our kids is just to play every play like it's the last play. And then once that play's over, you get ready for the next play, and that's the most important play. And, you go back and look at all the games we played, and we've had close games, and you get the ball to change a couple plays here and there, it's probably a different outcome, and we win more games. But that's someone trying to establish a program and create a culture of winning. It takes time, and it takes experience and going through some things like that and learning that those one plays and those 7-point games can come back to get you.
For the defense, this is a little bit different offense than you guys have seen at all.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, so it's a lot of misdirection, a lot of reading keys, a lot of, that kind of stuff that's going to be important for the defender.
Yeah, they're just going to line up. There's going to be 10 dudes. We'll probably have 20 guys in the picture within 5 yards of the football most of the night. On both sides of the ball, they're going to do the same thing defensively. And it's just going to go down to who's physical and who can run the football more. And that's kind of fun this year, is that we get to have that mentality of who's going to be better at running the football, because whoever runs the football better is going to win the game. In the past few years when we play Goddard, it hasn't been that. We've had to have some things go our way and get some lucky breaks here and there. But this year, we can run the football, control the clock, keep them off the field, we got a chance to win the game. Same thing, we can stop them from running the football, we're going to win the game.
I want to talk about these seniors a little bit, because, this is the group that obviously played as sophomores a couple years ago and really had to go through a tough season. Obviously, we saw improvement last year. We've seen more improvement this year. And you touched on it there for a second, that of what this group has gone through and stuck with it. This is a special group of seniors this year.
It is, and I've been in programs where you've coached kids for 4 years, and you shed a tear on them when they leave, and then you just kind of get ready, because that's just kind of what happens. But this group's been special to me in that regard, because of what they've gone through and what we've gone through as a program with these kids, and not once have they ever faltered. They don't miss practice. They show up every day, even when it's bleak and we're 0-10 that first year. They still kept showing up and kept showing up and kept showing up. And you had some kids that just didn't want no more part of it. And now they're looking back, and we got kids coming back in August this year asking if they could play again. And we're telling them no. You had your shot. You're not going to be a part of what we do when you jump ship when it got tough. So these 25, 26 kids we got are phenomenal in that regard. And that's why I'm so excited to see what these kids grow up to do. And college isn't for everybody, but these kids, whether they go to college and get a degree or they just going to start working right away next summer, they're going to be phenomenal people in this world. And I'm very excited to see what they do in life and get them to come back and talk to our program, because the life lessons they've learned, they'll be teaching their kids that. There'll be great speakers to come and talk to different athletic teams about what they've gone through. So we're very excited to see those guys continue to grow. And, in 10 years when they're 30, I couldn't wait to come back and hug them, let them see what this program is, because of what they've done for 3 years.
Absolutely. And it should also mention the Alamogordo High School athletic trainer seniors and the Alamogordo High School cheerleaders seniors will also be honored pregame as well. So try to get there early, everybody out there. I think starting at 6:30.
6:30.
Yeah. So 6:30.
Hopefully we can get them all in. There's a bunch of them.
There's a lot of seniors. This has obviously been a much different case for. You've had 5 seniors the first year, and it was like
8 the first year, and then 11 last year.
Yeah, okay.
And it's just one of those things. I had a kid ask me this week, why do you have so many seniors? I'm like, well, this is how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be 8, 10. And that's part of building a program and establishing a culture and getting those classes to grow together as a freshman all the way through. And we've been able to do that with this group, especially since they were sophomores. And they're just part of the ground that's laid down before to continue to build this program up the right way and to continue to do the things the right way. This program's going in the right direction. At some point, I was told the other day, at some point we're going to catch everybody because we do things the right way. Not just on the field, but in the classroom, in the community. And that's why these kids are just so awesome. And I wake up every morning at 5 o'clock and get excited to come to work with these kids at 6 a.m.
And they're there at 6 a.m. bright and early with the lights and a little bit of the cold now. It's a
little chilly, man. It's getting a little chilly out there. I had a hoodie and a beanie on the other day.
And the biggest thing we know is we don't have to worry about any bad weather on Friday.
I will never say that again. I'm just going to just play by ear and see what happens.
Coach, good luck and get Goddard.
Thanks, Charles.
All right.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Wow. Look at all those bright colors.
Yep, good old Tularosa Basin sunsets.
No, Mike, I just came from the Chevy house and I have a 2020 in my sights.
While everyone else still has 2019 vision, we have the new 2020 models in stock right now.
With supplier pricing in full effect for the 2019 models,
Which gotta go.
you can also get a great deal on a brand new, just in inventory, newly released, never ever seen before, new to the area.
Hey, they get it. The 2020s are exclusively here at Desert Sun Motor Chevrolet.
Plus, we have the best in market, best service, tenderly loved and regrettably traded in pre-owned vehicles within 250 miles. We will not be undersold. All offers will be accepted.
That's right. With little or no money down financing and higher than market value for your trade, how could you not come down to 2600 North White Sands Boulevard or visit us online at DesertSunMotors.com.
See dealer for details. All available 2019s are still in stock. Not all 2020s have arrived yet. Deals may be the hottest under the sun. Purchase of one or more vehicles could increase your heart rate. Proud supporter of Taco Tuesdays. Keep hands and feet inside at all times. Do not attempt this at home.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle. Outfitters of champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. It's senior night here as senior night festivities continue on the field. And we get ready for tonight's kickoff. A 6-1 Goddard Rockets team making a visit against the 2-4 Alamogordo Tigers. It's we had a little bit of storms blow through earlier in the afternoon, kind of evening. It's gotten a little bit better here this evening. The wind, I believe, is still going to be a factor as we head throughout tonight's game, but we'll keep an eye on that as we head throughout tonight's matchup and much more for you throughout tonight's broadcast. Let's talk about this Goddard team that comes in at 6-1 and a group that has played exceptionally well all year. The one blemish on the season continues to be the loss to Los Lunas just a few weeks ago, but everywhere else they've won and they've been pretty dominant in doing so. And this is a different type of offense that Alamogordo doesn't see much of, and you don't see much of it throughout the state among some of the bigger schools. But they'll run the double wing option, the wing T. It's going to be line up and go get them football. Be physical. And that's going to be a big key for the Alamogordo defense tonight, is whether they can be physical and match up evenly against this Goddard team. They are big up front, is Goddard, as you would normally expect. It seems like every year they've got players that are just incredibly big and will provide nothing but troubles for your defense and offense, for that matter, on both sides of the ball. That's going to continue to be a struggle or a challenge for the Tigers. But open up the season with a 21-0 win over St. Pius on the road. They beat Carlsbad at home 21-6. Rolled past Deming 55-0. Portales 44-12, the final there. And then came the loss to Los Lunas 21-7. Beat Lovington 49-7. Beat Santa Teresa 49-0 last week. So if you're a Tigers fan, you probably look a little bit at the fact that Alamogordo lost to Santa T, lost to Lovington, lost to Deming, and Goddard has beaten all three of those teams and in some cases beat them in dominating fashion. So probably doesn't give you a whole lot of warm, fuzzy feelings if you're a Tiger fan, but, the guys still got to go out there and play the game, and it's definitely one of those cases of anything can happen. But as for the players to watch out for, their quarterback is Robert Aragon, and in this type of offense, mainly going to be a run and being able to read the defense on the option, making the right decisions, but he's going to be a little bit of everything for their offense. And Goddard is, they may only throw 10 passes throughout a game, but they throw them at the best times for them, and they seem to make big plays when they need to. Two main running backs that we'll see tonight, Ryan Lee, Sammy Zaragoza, both have scored a bunch this season for the Rockets. We'll be calling number 9 and number 27 a lot, respectively, throughout tonight's game, I would anticipate. Very big up front. Zaragoza, important on the defensive side as on the offense. Guys like Micah Cheatham, Larry Luna, Caleb Burrell on the defensive side for Goddard. There'll be some the big guys up front the Tiger offensive line is going to have to do well against. But just some names to watch out for when it comes to the Goddard Rockets tonight. Meanwhile, for Alamogordo, their ability to run the football is going to be probably the biggest key for the Tigers. Can they get Sean Hayes running like they did in the second half last week? Hopefully be able to do that in the first half this week against Goddard and line up and go get some yards. They've been able to do that this season. The offensive line has played well, but it's going to be on key plays. I think that it's probably going to stand out, and we've seen that all season long for Alamo is getting off the field on defense on 3rd and 4th down, and offensively, making important plays on those 3rd and sometimes 4th down plays too. And that's generally football, but the Tigers got to avoid the mistakes, fumbles, turnovers, and I think letting it get away from them quickly, I think, is something we saw in the Deming game. I thought we saw it in the first half against Los Lunas. That it just sort of snowballed for them, and it was rolling downhill, and before they knew it, it was an avalanche on them. And trying to avoid that type of quick decline and falling behind by 2-3 scores, I think it would be unlikely to see an Alamogordo come back against a Goddard team if they fall behind 14, 21 points, certainly more than 21 points. It would be a difficult night for Alamogordo, but it's going to be a challenging night anyway. I think a lot of credit needs to be given to Goddard and how quality of a football team this is. They're going to be in the mix for a state championship. Every one of these Final Four teams that Alamogordo is playing this year is going to be in the mix for a state championship this year. It's, I love the attitude, though. Whenever I've talked to Tiger football players about, this tough schedule at the end of the season, they're excited about it. It's like, that these are the teams they want to play to try and get better, to recognize what needs to happen for it to, this program to turn in the same direction that the Goddards, the Roswells, the Artesias, the Los Lunases of the world are in. So it's a big task, but, and a big ask for that matter, but it's still, something that you got to strive for. Tigers definitely need the pass game to have a good night tonight, too. And I think more than anything, when they've got the opportunities, when the plays are there, they've got to be able to convert them and also not turn the ball over is going to be the big part of tonight's matchup. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some strange offensive looks too from Coach Cisco tonight. I could very well see him switch up some formations and try to fool up Goddard some way somehow and mix things up against that defense. Very, very good defense, like with the exception of giving up 21 to Los Lunas and the 12 to Portales. Those are the only 2 times that teams have scored in double figures against this Goddard team this year. Pretty impressive. All right, we're going to take another commercial break. We're still in pregame here. Tigers and Rockets kicking off the district season in just about 15 minutes. It's District 4-5A getting the season underway. Tonight, Roswell and Artesia also face off in a district matchup. We'll come back. More Tiger football pregame after this.
Whether you bath in the bathtub or bath in the sink, soft water's the water your skin wants to drink. See, when you're washing in hard water, skin can dry out more. Soft Culligan water's what your skin's crying out for. A Culligan water softener helps take out the hard stuff, like calcium, magnesium, and other stuff that can make skin rough. Because your skin is important, whether you're a baby or bald. That's why we say get a Culligan water softener installed.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
The fall fairground sale is over, but Vision Ford's bringing the after party, and it's BYOB. Bring your old beater and trade it in for a sweet deal on a smoking hot ride. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on the 2019 Ford F-150 and get up to $8,500 cash back. The 2019 Ford Fusion has $2,000 cash back or 0% financing for up to 60 months with $1,000 cash back. The all-new Ford Ranger's on the lot, and you can get up to $1,000 cash back or 0% for up to 60 months with $500 cash back. Check out the 2019 Ford Edge. Up to $4,500 cash back or 0% for 60 months with $3,750 cash back. Or the Ford Escape. Up to $4,250 cash back or 0% for 60 months. Plus, browse their selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Don't forget, Vision Ford offers a $500 military discount. Vision Ford, 1500 South White Sands. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome to Tiger Stadium, or welcome back, I should say, as we are just about ready for kickoff. We've got about 5 minutes left. The Tigers have taken the field. The Alamogordo High School Choir has performed the national anthem. The Alamogordo Junior ROTC has presented the colors. We had a Tiger band with middle school band performance already tonight, and senior night festivities as well. So we just posted some pictures up to our ESPN Alamogordo Facebook page. Cheerleaders, athletic trainers, Tiger managers, and, of course, the football players as well. And we're excited to hopefully see an entertaining football game tonight between the Alamogordo Tigers and the Goddard Rockets. We've hopefully done a good job of getting you all prepared for tonight's matchup in our pregame, and you feel like you know what's going to happen. If you do, tell me, because I'm not really sure, but we're certainly hoping for an interesting matchup tonight between these two sides, and an exceptionally crucial matchup for both sides. You know, the Tigers, of course, we talked about if they can get a win in one of these final 3 games of the season, they've got a chance at getting into the postseason. Goddard obviously is trying to they've still got a shot at a number 1 seed, as far as I'm concerned. If they win their final 3 games, and they're 9-1, and they beat Roswell, and they beat Artesia, and they beat Alamogordo, I think they've got a stake to that number 1 seed. Roswell's going to feel the same. Artesia's going to feel the same. Los Lunas may be the spoiler in that, but I think if somebody were to go through this district undefeated, I feel like that team probably deserves the top seed, but of course, Los Lunas has a head-to-head win over Goddard, so maybe that won't be the case that happens for the Rockets. Goddard has not come back out yet. We still got a couple of minutes. The Tigers are already out here. They've gone through their senior night festivities, and now it's time to focus. That's a big thing heading forward, is the Tigers' ability to get through all of the senior night stuff and focus on what's coming up next in tonight's game. That's going to be a big key for the Tigers. So we'll see if they're able to do that and not have any major issues with getting the focus where they need to be. And sometimes that can be easier said than done. But we'll see if Alamogordo is able to make that happen without any major problems tonight. So we'll obviously watch that as the game goes on. Tigers, of course, have had some trouble getting off to not stellar starts, and that's going to be a big thing to watch in tonight's matchup is if the Tigers can get off to a good start tonight. That would really help things considerably if they can make that happen. Still waiting for the Rockets to come out. We got the officials, but Goddard has not reappeared. Maybe they wait right until that 7 o'clock. And judging by, well, no, I was looking for a response. But I thought I heard the far sideline erupting a little bit over there, but not the case. Beautiful night, by the way. We had a storm push through the area about 3:30, and I thought, talking to Coach Cisco during our interview yesterday, I was like, oh, yeah, there were no chance the weather's going to be bad. And, of course, that storm blew through. But it's through. It's done. The wind it's still a little breezy out there, but as the night has progressed, I don't think it's going to be too big of an issue. Probably a little bit of a chill in the air, but I don't think the temperature is going to be much of a problem. I think we're going to be good to go for a fun night of football. If you're listening to us here in the area, by all means, come on down. You got time to join us for tonight's game. We haven't kicked off yet. You're not going to miss anything. So come on down. We'd love to see you. We got a pretty good crowd tonight. Not spectacular. It should mention that this is the final home football game of the 2019 season for the Tigers. So if you want to see a Tiger football game this season, this is the one. I think even if the Tigers make the playoffs, it's not going to be hosting a state postseason game would be my feeling. So that's I think being completely honest to what the future probably holds for the Tigers. But I think I'm excited to see how these final 3 games of the season go, because we've seen the improvement from this team this year. And you just wonder if it can pay off in one of these final 3 games. Last week it did not against Los Lunas, but they've got 3 more opportunities. And, for this group, this big group of seniors here, they have a great chance to go out on a high note and also get a chance to play in the postseason. I mean, this group of players has not had that chance. It's been 3 seasons, or, 2016, the last year the Tigers made the postseason. Rockets are on the field, by the way. They're just about ready to come on, and they're in their huddle. I wonder, and we're at 7 o'clock, I wonder how lenient the officials are going to be. And I'm super excited that whoever has the siren for the Goddard Rockets has brought that over to tonight's game. One of those things about covering Alamogordo Goddard games over the years, the siren is, well, it is what it is. And I'm sure that they enjoy that it can be heard from, I'm sure they don't care necessarily opposing radio people can hear it, but certainly the opposing fans, they like that they can hear that. But anyway, just heard that go off when the Rockets took the field. So looking forward to hopefully a good matchup. Tigers are dressed in their home blacks with the gold numerals, black helmets. A little bit different on the logo tonight. They've got the number on the side of the helmet, along with the A logo as well. Goddard, meanwhile, is in their road whites with blue numerals and silver outlining. They have blue helmets with the GR, the Goddard Rockets, on the side of their helmet. So we are, looks like, ready for kickoff. Alamogordo will kick off right to left. That is south to north. And the Rockets have 2 players standing inside their own 5-yard line. A beautiful night for Tiger football, the final Tiger football game of 2019 here at Tiger Stadium. As Brett Money puts his left boot into it, and he'll send it deep, and he'll send it through the end zone for a touchback. And an excellent kick, a little maybe extra juice there for Brett on the kickoff on senior night, him being one of these Tiger seniors. So it'll be the Goddard Rockets starting at their own 20-yard line. We chatted about it in the pregame. This is they're going to line up 11 on 11 here. It's nothing fancy. They're not going to throw the ball very much. There will be a lot of misdirection, and guarantee you I'm going to call some wrong names throughout the night. So bear with me as the night progresses. We'll make sure we try. This is a wishbone formation here that they start with, a fullback with split backs in there. I guess that would be is that a reverse? No, that'd be a wishbone. And Goddard's the running back's going to slip down and fall. And that's Cameron Thomas.
that slips and falls. Well, we expected Ryan Lee and a few others to be the main ball carriers tonight for the Rockets. Ends up being a loss of 2 on the play. Under center. And here comes the handoff, and straight up the middle, and busting it open into the open field. Still on his feet across the 40, still on his feet across the 50, getting tracked down from behind, but all the way to the 35-yard line. And a big run, found a big hole, did number 16, James Torres. So he takes that all the way from the Goddard 18 to the Alamogordo 33-yard line. That's a 49-yard gain on second down and a first down for the Goddard Rockets. 1st and 10 from the Alamogordo 33 against that wishbone look. And we've got penalty flags. No wide receivers in the set, so you got 3 running backs, the quarterback under center, and then 7 on the line. That's the same formation. And it'll be a false start on Goddard. And that'll take it back to the 38-yard line. 1st and 15 for the Rockets. Just underway here, 10:54 to go in quarter number 1, opening drive of the game for Goddard. It's Aragon who's the quarterback. Goes under center, hands it off, and straight up the middle and diving forward to about the 30-yard line. This is number 12, Ray Downs. Downs takes it to the 31, so gets back the 5 penalty yards plus a little bit more. A 7-yard gain on 1st and 15 makes it 2nd and 8 for the Rockets. Ball's in the near hash after a 49-yard run earlier in the drive that pushed it into Alamogordo territory. Now the ball sitting at the Tigers' 31. Again, same setup. Tigers, everybody on the line except 4. And here comes a handoff and trying to bounce it to the outside, but is that Brandon Luke, I think, that got in there for the stop? Ryan Lee with the carry. And Brandon Luke slashes in from his safety or cornerback position and makes a nice play. And Ryan Lee gets his first carry of the evening. And it's a big 3rd down. These are the spots that the Tigers have really wanted to get off the field this season, see if they can do that. They'll put a wide receiver split off to the right this time. Still that wishbone look, toss play, and trying to bounce it to the outside, still bouncing and turning upfield, shy of the 20, but it should be enough for a first down. Downs gets the carry again. And that appears to be enough for a first to the 21. It's a 10-yard gain. And Goddard picks up the first. So they switch things up there a little bit. It's been more straight handoff, not toss play. And that time they stretch out, and the Tigers aren't able to keep the contain. And they'll show the same look here. So they got a wide receiver split off. Josh Hernandez just off to the right of the line. He's where a slot receiver normally would be. Here comes a handoff, and Downs is going to get the carry, but just going to get to the line of scrimmage. Some good work of tackling up front. Dakota LaSalle met him right at the line of scrimmage and pulled him back, so no gain for Downs. All run plays, which what we expected from Goddard so far, but they've pushed it all the way down to the Alamogordo 22. 2nd down and 10. Tigers have already not been able to stop on a 3rd down, and you got to imagine, we'll see with Goddard, they may have a kicker that if they get into a 3rd and long, or 4th and long, they may kick a field goal in this spot, but if they can get into a 4th and 1, 4th and 2, this could be 4-down territory. Toss play left this time. Lee gets it. Lee gets a gap. Lee to the 10, to the 5, looking for the corner of the end zone. He's got it for a touchdown. I don't see any penalty flags. And Ryan Lee goes 22 yards for the Goddard touchdown. Well, the Tigers got the Goddard Rockets to 3rd down, but outside of that, that was a pretty... Oh, wait, I take that back. There is a flag on the play. Let's see.
dead ball, personal foul against Alamogordo. And it'll be on the kickoff. Okay, no, it's on Goddard. I'm sorry. He pointed towards Alamogordo. So Alamo will get Goddard back 15 yards on the kickoff. It's 6-0. And David Renteria will kick the extra point, a righty. The holder is the quarterback, Aragon. Kick goes up and no good. So the Rockets will miss the extra point, and with 8:05 to go here in the first quarter, it's Goddard 6, Alamogordo nothing. We'll come back after these messages. You're listening to Tiger Football.
Whether you bath in the bathtub or bath in the sink, soft water's the water your skin wants to drink. See, when you're washing in hard water, skin can dry out more. Soft Culligan water's what your skin's crying out for. A Culligan water softener helps take out the hard stuff, like calcium, magnesium, and other stuff that can make skin rough. Because your skin is important, whether you're a baby or bald. That's why we say get a Culligan water softener installed.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. At 6-0 Goddard. The kickoff will come from the 25-yard line due to an unsportsmanlike penalty. It's a short kick, and it's grabbed just in front of the 30. The Tigers try to run the Starburst play. Aaron Sisko gets the ball. Sisko trying to bounce it to the outside of the 45. They're going to call an illegal block in the back on Elias Gonzalez, I think. Is that 8 or 9? I don't know. I didn't think Elias really, he just stood there and the player ran into him. I didn't really necessarily think that was a illegal block in the back. But that's just one man's opinion. The official was right there. And they'll mark it off. And so what would have put the Tigers about at midfield, that's going to be a hurt there back to the 32-yard line. And really doesn't, they don't get the bonus of the penalty yardage, unfortunately. All right, the Tigers going to spread it out here. 4 wide receivers, and not Sean Hazen there. That is a quick toss to the outside to Emilio Minez. Minez trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. He may have just got there, but it will be not much of a gain for the Tigers, or no gain for the Tigers. But for Alamogordo, Michael Audette in the backfield. But the Tigers got Will Gill back last week, and they have him back this week as well. He's wearing number 6 tonight. It might have been Will actually on the penalty there. I wasn't sure. It was 6 or 9. It's hard to tell from up here with some of these numbers. Trips to the top side, 1 to the bottom for Alamogordo. I think this is a good idea to try to not line it up, and they're looking like they're using a speedier running back as Mendoza comes from the slot back to the opposite side, and they give it off to Audette, and Audette takes it off right guard, gets across the 35, and gets to the 37. He's going to pick up about 5 on his first carry of the night. He'll call 4. But a 3rd down for Alamo. A little surprised that they don't have Sean out there, but maybe just trying to give Goddard a different look to start the game. I don't know if maybe Sean nursing an injury or something. That could be the case as well. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Now they'll put a lead back in. And running back switches to the left of Viescas. Viescas rolling out to his left. Has to escape some pressure. Throws and airmails this one. Caught by Jarman Williams on the sideline, but that's incomplete. And the Tigers will have to punt. So not what Alamogordo was looking for. You give up a long drive, and Goddard is going to get the ball right back here. I think Alamo might have had a chance with Cisco on the near sideline, but that one was far too tall for him to get to, unfortunately. Goddard will put 2 returners back inside the 20-yard line. Trevor Yelton running onto the field late as one of the Tiger punt team members. Play clock under 10. They still got plenty of time here. And the snap is good. The kick is high and hanging, and a good one. And it'll bounce and take a Goddard bounce from the 35 and then roll a little bit back, bounce to the 37, then roll back closer to the 35-yard line. So it'll be 28-yard punt. And the Alamogordo defense finds themselves back out on the field against the Rockets. Tigers had some decent stops, but it was the 2 big plays, a 50-yard run and a 25-yard run. That got Goddard into the end zone. And now, kind of a wishbone shotgun look. That's a different formation. Aragon's got it, and Aragon trying to turn up field, and he's going to find a crease and get himself about 3 yards. So basically that's split backs with a fullback in front of the quarterback. I don't think I've ever seen that formation before. A modern look on that wishbone offense. So Aragon picks up 3, and it's 2nd and 7. And again, so he's in the shotgun with split backs, 1 to each side, and then a fullback in front of him. They got a wide receiver off to the left. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to Lee. Lee finding some room up the middle. Lee breaking into the open field to the 50. It's a foot race to the 40, to the 30, up the near sideline 20. Now he's going to turn inside, makes a spin move, and gets brought down. Emilio Minez makes the touchdown-saving tackle, but Goddard takes it all the way down to the 4-yard line. It's a 57-yard gain. And Goddard finding it in big chunks right now. 1st and 10, actually they'll make it the 5, so a 56-yard gain for the Rockets. 56, 22, 49. Those are gains in this game for the Rockets right now. Ball near hash, and again, it's the shotgun split backs with a fullback, just kind of shaded to the left, and the receiver off to the left. The snap, Aragon keeping it, going straight ahead, fighting forward. He's across the 5, and he'll finally be stopped. Looks like about the 2-yard line, so a 3-yard gain. Will bring up 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Probably right in between the 2 and the 3. 4:39 to go first quarter. It's Goddard 6, Alamogordo nothing. If you're just tuning in and joining us. And they're going to this time go split back, fullback, quarterback under center, no wide receiver. And just running straight up the middle is Aragon. Did he get in? No, it doesn't look like it. The far line judge says he's down short of the goal line, so it'll be 3rd and goal. Picks up about a yard. Inside the 1 now. Ball's between the hashes. Certainly imagine this is 2-down territory here for Goddard. Alamogordo can get in there and get somebody in the backfield, but I can't imagine they're going to do anything crazy other than maybe a quarterback sneak. Now, Aragon turns around and hands it off, but getting into the end zone is Ryan Lee getting the touchdown. His 2nd touchdown of the night. 1-yard gain, and see if Goddard goes for 2 or if they try the extra point again. Looks like going for 2. So the ball at the 3-yard line. And the wishbone set up here. Fullback, slip backs behind him, quarterback under center. And here's the handoff, and straight up the middle and fighting for the 2-pointer is Caston Ramage. no, check that was Downs that had the carry, number 12. And the Tigers trail 14-0. 3:40 to go here in the first quarter, and the Rockets in front. We'll be back after this.
The fall fairground sale is over, but Vision Ford's bringing the after party, and it's BYOB. Bring your old beater and trade it in for a sweet deal on a smoking hot ride. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on the 2019 Ford F-150 and get up to $8,500 cash back. The 2019 Ford Fusion has $2,000 cash back or 0% financing for up to 60 months with $1,000 cash back. The all-new Ford Ranger's on the lot, and you can get up to $1,000 cash back or 0% for up to 60 months with $500 cash back. Check out the 2019 Ford Edge. Up to $4,500 cash back or 0% for 60 months with $3,750 cash back. Or the Ford Escape. Up to $4,250 cash back or 0% for 60 months. Plus, browse their selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Don't forget, Vision Ford offers a $500 military discount. Vision Ford, 1500 South White Sands. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. It's 14-0 Goddard. They'll kick it off and go a little bit deeper this time. Inside the 15, Starburst play again, and the handoff will go to Mendiola. Mendiola cutting forward to the 25, and so gets some decent yardage for the Tigers. So not a great start for Alamogordo, and as we talked about, really trying to avoid the slow start. And a 3-and-out and 2 long Goddard drives, and the Tigers find themselves behind 2 scores. They really need to find the end zone this time. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't see, and I thought I saw Sean Hayes in the pregame. I see him standing on the sideline, so it's interesting the Tigers are not going with the guy that ran for 40 times last week. Audette with a nice move in the backfield to avoid a big loss. He's still fighting here. He may get the line of scrimmage, but that's going to be it. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Alamogordo. That play didn't look great from the start. Seemed like some of the linemen were not going at the times that they should. But Audette, I thought, did a good job to make the most of it. And now we got a discussion going on between the white hat and the line judge. I don't know if there was a penalty flag or not. They're going to call a chop block on Goddard, so that'll be a penalty on the Rockets. So that was an Alamogordo player was engaged with a defensive player, and one of the other Goddard defensive players went low. I think Coach White's looking for an explanation from the white hat and the. And they're going to move it forward to the 41. I thought that was a 15-yard penalty. Huh. But they're going to mark it off 10 to the 41. And actually, take that back. It was the 26, so that is a 15-yard penalty. Now we've got, I think there was a little more confusion in the white hat yelling at, not yelling, but telling something to Coach Cisco. I say yelling, that sounds bad. He was just yelling at him from a long distance, telling him something. All right, split back, or rather, should lead back off to the right. Audette will get the handoff from Viescas, trying to get it to the outside. And he'll get some positive yardage here. Not much, maybe 2 for Michael Audette. And we'll see Sean Hayes come on for the first time. So it's interesting. I wonder why they started with maybe just wanted a speedier back instead of the big back in there. I don't know. I'm just one of those that I'm curious on the personnel decision there for Alamogordo. But 2nd down and 8, ball on the far hash. Tigers do get a first down in this drive, so that's a positive. But they really need to get down the field and at least get 3 out of this drive. And we've got penalty flags. Brandon Bedgood was confused on what he needed to be doing. And he was almost all the way to the near sideline. and never really got set. And so I don't know if it was false start or illegal shift. They blew the play dead. So I'm not sure if the Tigers had too many on the field. I don't think they did. Tigers did make some personnel changes, but you lose that 2 yards and now find yourself behind the sticks here. One of those things the Tigers wanted to avoid. One wide receiver split out to the near side. Lead back to the left, and Hayes is to the right of Viescas. They'll hand it off to Hayes, and Hayes is able to bounce it to the outside. Hayes tries to turn the corner at the 40. Hayes still on his feet, puts his shoulder down at the 50. Hayes fighting to the 45, to the 44-yard line, and Alamogordo is going to pick up a big first down here. That's a 22-yard gain for Hayes on his first carry of the night. Reminder, he had 39. I had 39 carries for him last week for 219 yards and 2 touchdowns. Very, very good game. They're going to give him the 45, so we'll make it 21. Ball in the near hash, but Alamogordo gets it into Goddard territory. So far, so good on this drive. Mendoza to the top side. Yelton's the lead back off to the right, and Hayes should shift off to the left of Viescas here. And he does. Viescas takes the snap and hands it off Hayes. Hayes pushing up field and gets to the 41. He'll pick up 5. And it'll be, they'll make it the 41. So a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Alamogordo. Now this is more Alamogordo's bread and butter. This is what they do well. Tigers all standing around. Looks to be a little bit of confusion on, well, maybe not confusion, just waiting for the play call from the sideline. Cisco's back in as a wide receiver. Mendoza to the bottom side as well. Lead back to the left. And Viescas has Hayes to his right. Handoff goes to Sean. And Sean trying to get to the corner. Gets around the edge of the line and closes in on the 36-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And he's going to be about a yard short of the first down. He picks up 5 and 3rd and 1. But some good push up front by Alamogordo on that Goddard defensive line. And they're also being unable to hold the edges as well, allowing Hayes to get to the tackle and outside the tackle. 3rd and 1. Boy, I thought the Goddard player went across the line there, and he did not. Tigers still have plenty of time here on the play clock. It's down to 10 as they look back to Coach Cisco. They're audibling here. Taking the snap, handing it off. Hayes has got it, and he's going to be met in the backfield. Goddard gets there and brings Hayes down. I think they're trying to argue that Hayes lost the football. And that's not going to be the call. It's going to be 4th and 2. You've got to go for it here if you're Alamogordo. That's, I think, too long for a field goal. And Hayes is going to come out of the game. Tigers standing near the sideline right now, so I don't know if they're just going to wait for a timeout or... Well, that would appear to be the case. So they're going to talk things over. Timeout, and Alamogordo will think it over with a 4th and 2 from the Goddard 37-yard line. 16 seconds to go in the first quarter, and we'll take a commercial break. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Just about 16, well, just about. There are 16 seconds left. Just about the end of the first quarter. And Alamogordo trailing 14-0. They've got a 4th and 2. I think you got to go for it here. You've already given up 2 long touchdown drives to Goddard. They've got to be aggressive in this football game, and they're going for it. Hopefully It's not just a case of they're going to try and draw Goddard off sides. I mean, I think they should try and draw Goddard off sides, but that not be the only thing that they're going to attempt in this opportunity. Audette back in at the running back position. And hard count by Viescas. Looks back to the sideline. Still 10 on the play clock. And the snap. And the handoff Audette. Audette tries straight up the middle, and he's pretty close. Depends on which spot they take. Oof. All right, well, again, I can't tell where. Oh, they're going to not even measure it. They're going to say that it did not get to the line to gain. And the Tigers aren't able to convert on 4th down, and that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. 14-0 Goddard. We'll start the second quarter after these messages. You're listening to Tiger Football on ESPN Alamogordo.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
When you think of all the things water wets, how clean your water is as important as it gets. A Culligan water system can help filter stuff out. So cleaner Culligan water's what comes out the spout. Into the pots you boil peas in, the teacup you're teasing, the lemonade you homemade when it's homemade lemonade season, the soup you serve guests, the bowls for your pets, and all the other wonderful things water wets. You could give your people Culligan water.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Tiger defense needs a stop here. Defense or offense turns it over on down at the Goddard 35-yard line. Alamogordo needs something positive here as Goddard's offense retakes the field. They've moved right down the field both times. And again, it's that fullback with the split backs, and Aragon's going to keep it here and run into a crowd right about the line of scrimmage. Not sure he got it. They're going to give him 1 yard on the carry. And it will be 2nd down and 9. Ball on the far hash at the Goddard 36. Tigers bring one player on late. And the handoff and trying to bounce it to the outside and sneak out of the crowd is Ray Downs, but Downs will be brought to the ground shy of the 40-yard line, 39, so it'll be a gain of 3. And again, a third down and 6. Can Alamogordo make a stop?
Come on, Tiger fans, let's hold that line.
Can Alamogordo get off the field here on 3rd down? I wonder if Goddard can get this to 3rd and close if they would go for it on their own side of the field. They do split a wide receiver far out to the near side. Maybe they throw the ball for the first time tonight. Aragon takes the snap, and he will hand it off and trying to bounce the outside, and a big tackle. I think that's Max Merrill. They got a penalty flag coming in. Max Merrill makes the stop. And that was Ryan Lee on the carry. Can't imagine it's on Alamogordo. I got to think it was a great stop. The Tigers lose 2, or I should say the Rockets lose 2. So the Rockets a block in the back, and this will bring out the punting unit. So the Tiger defense makes a stop, and those guys are fired up. And they get the Rockets offense off the field for the first time tonight.
Number 8, Julio Mendoza, set to receive for the Tigers. Number 12, Ray Downs, set to punt for the Rockets.
And the Tigers do have the full 11. I was counting on there. There was a lot of substituting going on. Rockets run 4 wide receivers here, Downs. And that punt is partially blocked. One of the Tiger players, I think, got a piece of it, but it's going to end up okay. It's going to roll down inside the 30. Aaron Sisko got in there and got a piece of it. Unfortunately for Alamogordo, or fortunately for Goddard, but unfortunately for Alamogordo, it took a positive deflection and ended up being about it ends up being about a 30-plus yard punt, so that's not too bad at all. But the Tiger defense comes away with the stop, and exactly what they were needing after seeing Goddard go down the field on him twice and put up 14 points. 10:19 to go second quarter. Alamogordo gets the ball at their own 28. They'll spin 2 wide receivers up to the top side, ball in the near hash, lead back to the left. And it is, I believe, Audette in there again. Now it's Hayes. Hayes gets the ball. Hayes turns upfield to 30, 35, 40. He's got the first down to the 41-yard line. And Sean Hayes will pick up 13. And Alamogordo gets a first down. And maybe starting to build some momentum here. 1st and 10 on their own 41. Ball moves over to the far hash now. And Hayes will come off the field. So maybe trying to give him a little bit more of a breather tonight. And I think that's Will Gill that's going to be in the backfield for the Tigers. That is number 6. So they'll put Will Gill in. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 up to the top, and the lead back is to the right for Alamogordo. Need to snap the ball here, down to 5 on the play clock. Viescas takes it, and he will give it to Gill. Gill turning upfield. Gill at the 50. Gill makes a man miss at the 45 to the 40, still on his feet, and all the way down to the 37. So Will Gill with a big carry. So all the way to the 38-yard line. Give him 21. Sean Hayes comes back on the field for the Tigers. Hayes will shift to the left. And here's the handoff, Hayes. Hayes had a hand on in the backfield and makes some nice moves, crosses the 35, gets to the 32-yard line, and he'll pick up, he gets 6. Second and 4 for Alamogordo. Getting into Goddard territory again. This time a little bit deeper. And again, the handoff goes to Hayes out of the shotgun. And Hayes fighting for some room, but boy, a big defensive lineman fought off a block and made the stop. I think that's 31 for Goddard, but he, 71, I'm sorry. He made a man move. We talked about Larry Luna in the pregame. That was Larry Luna who makes the stop back at the 34-yard line, and that's a loss of 2. 3rd and 6 for Alamogordo. Again, I think 4-down territory, they're right about on field goal range, I think, for Brett. So we'll see what happens on this 3rd and 6. 1 wide receiver split far out to the near side, 1 to the top, 2 to the top, actually. And man in motion from left to right. That's Mendoza. And the snap, and the handoff. And the throw, and it's complete to Ellswick out of the tight end spot. He's got the first down across the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's an 18-yard gain on 3rd down, and the Tigers get the first down on a nice throw on the play action from Ryan Viescas. A really nice drive for Alamogordo. Let's see if they can get the payoff here. Lead back to the right, 2 wide receivers to the near side. So a tight end on the line. Viescas takes the snap, hands it off. Hayes makes a man miss and falls backwards towards the 15-yard line. And he'll pick up a gain of about 2 on the first down run. Clock rolling to about 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. The nice thing as well, this keeps the Tiger defense off the field. This has been a sustained drive for Alamogordo. Goddard making a late substitution. Their man does get off the field. Running back to the right is Hayes of Viescas. Viescas looking to throw. Comes out to Mendoza. Mendoza trying to spin away. Mendoza, well, he's going to get tackled, but there's going to be a penalty flag on Cisco. Now, that was tough for Cisco because Julio's reversing field, and Aaron's trying to block for him in a particular way and doesn't know that Julio's gone kind of in a circle So a tough blocking assignment there for Cisco. And it's going to be a 10-yard penalty on Alamogordo. And now I would say the big thing for the Tigers is get points out of this. So even if you don't get the first down, if you can get it down inside the 25, the 20, and you give Brett Money a little bit of an easier field goal try here, that should be the goal for the Tigers. So it's second down. They need to get to the 9 for a first down, so the 31, second and 22. Handoff, and they're going to go reverse to Gill, and Gill's got some running room. Heads straight up field and runs right into some contact at about the 25. Ball comes loose, and Goddard says that they've got it. And I think the officials say that Goddard has it as well. Now let's wait and see. We've got the umpire coming in, it looks like, and talking to the far line judge. So maybe there's a discussion on whether the player was down first. I couldn't see. It was into a mass of humanity, so I didn't even see the ball come loose. Maybe the thought is that the Tigers did not turn the ball over here. The line judge, or the far line judge, made the call of, he pointed towards the Goddard direction. I still haven't seen the white hat make a call. They're having a discussion here. And let's see what the call is. No, they're going to say Goddard. Now, there was a long discussion between, I think, the umpire and the line judge. And I think Coach Cisco would like to know what the discussion was, but, man, a tough fumble there for Alamogordo. They had picked up 10. And, again, I have no idea if that came out before he got to the ground or not. Got to trust the officials on that, because sitting way up here in the box, no way to know. 6:36 to go in the second quarter, and Goddard finds themselves with the football, and the Tigers come up empty on a crucial drive. Toss play to the right, single back in, running straight ahead, and a big gasher across the 35-yard line. And it's Ryan Lee who gets the carry for the Rockets all the way to the 36-yard line. It's a 15-yard gain for Goddard. And this is the first time we've seen the single back look for Goddard. They give you a little bit of everything. So everybody else on the line. And this is a direct snap on the shotgun to Aragon. Aragon is going to fall backwards, and that was a quick snap to try to catch the defense off guard, and it did that. He crossed the 45 and gets to the 47. That's a 12-yard gain for Aragon, and we talked about it. Another thing we discussed in the pregame was the Rockets' ability to go tempo if they need to. And, boy, what a deflating turnover for Alamogordo. Did everything right on that drive and unfortunately lose the football. Maybe Alamogordo doesn't score a touchdown there, but I think they get points on that drive if they don't turn it over. Again, they go single back under center, goes Aragon. Toss play to the right, and this is Lee. Lee puts his head down and gets to about the 50-yard line. Not much this time. And there's a Tiger player that took a hard shot, and he is down on the ground. And in a fair amount of pain, it looks like, from up here. Can't decipher a number, unfortunately. It's going to be a gain of 2 on the run for Lee. And still having trouble getting a number. He is flat on his back. And we'll take a commercial break. Goddard is in front, 14-0. They have the ball at their own 49. Well, he pops up. It's Emilio Minez. So we'll go ahead and keep it right here. And he's going to hobble off the field here, not putting any weight on that left leg. And you never like to see an injury, and I know for Emilio in the winter getting ready for basketball as well. And he's had a really nice season for this Tiger football team's come up with some big plays on defense and on offense this year, so you hope it's not too serious, but it's never good when you see somebody not putting any weight on one of their one of their legs. 2nd down and 8 for Goddard. Ball on the far hash and on their own side of the 49. Out of the shotgun now. Aragon takes the snap. He's going to keep it, pauses, and then runs forward across midfield and gets to the 47. He'll pick up a gain of 4.
Brought down by number 65, James Garden.
So it'll be 3rd down and 4, and the ball sitting at the Alamogordo 47. Clock continues to roll here, under 5 minutes to go in quarter number 2. No wide receivers, under center, and kind of 2 wing backs, and so they'll bring a man in motion from left to right. They'll go toss play right to Lee. Lee, head of steam, and up the far sideline. Lee is going to be brought down, but he's going to get a big 1st down for the Rockets. Looks like they're going to give him the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17. Sounds like Dakota LaSalle got the touchdown-saving tackle. Yeah, it's just tough for the Tigers, when these guys are able to get their speed going on those toss plays and get it to the outside and really not be touched until they're 7-8 yards down the field. And that's, certainly you put a bunch of guys in the box, but if you can't get that contain on the outside, those toss plays are going to hurt you every time. And again, double wings, man in motion from left to right. Again, toss play to the right. Lee again. Lee cuts upfield and gets near the 1st down marker. And it looks like he's got it for an 11-yard gain, does Lee. We thought Lee and Aragon, and the one guy we haven't seen tonight is Sammy Zaragoza. So I don't know if Zaragoza's dealing with an injury or in reading some of from their previous games, Zaragoza's had some good efforts for the Rockets this season. Timeout called by Alamogordo. Stops the clock with 4:30 to go in the 2nd quarter as Alamogordo will talk things over. We'll hear a word from our sponsors. We'll come right back. This is Tiger Football.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back. The Tiger defense, they came up with a big stop on the last drive, and the offense moved down the field, but unfortunately turned it over. And on this drive, the Rockets have taken it from their own 20 all the way to the Alamogordo 20. And one Alamogordo player runs off late. And man in motion from left to right. Again, that double wing look. They'll fake the toss this time. Aragon going to throw towards the end zone. He's got his man, and a beautiful shot to the end zone. And I was just talking about Josh Hernandez. And as I would say, I just was talking about Zaragoza. I thought it was 9, but it was 6. So a 20-yard touchdown pass from Aragon to Hernandez. First pass of the game, and that's, that's what Goddard does. They'll run the football 95% of the time, but they'll pick their spots on when they throw it, and Aragon laid that in there beautifully. It wasn't really terrible defense by Alamogordo, but he threw it right over the top and fit it in. Extra point try this time is good. And so the Rockets take a 21-0 lead. Alamo looked like they were going to get points on their last drive, and they turn it over. And Goddard goes right down the field and gets those crucial points off a turnover. We're coming back. You're listening to Tiger Football on ESPN Alamogordo.
Wow.
look at all those bright colors.
Yep, good old Tularosa Basin sunsets.
No, Mike, I just came from the Chevy house and I have a 2020 in my sights.
While everyone else still has 2019 vision, we have the new 2020 models in stock right now.
With supplier pricing in full effect for the 2019 models,
Which gotta go.
you can also get a great deal on a brand new, just in inventory, newly released, never ever seen before, new to the area.
Hey, they get it. The 2020s are exclusively here at Desert Sun Motor Chevrolet.
Plus, we have the best in market, best service, tenderly loved and regrettably traded in pre-owned vehicles within 250 miles. We will not be undersold. All offers will be accepted.
That's right. With little or no money down financing and higher than market value for your trade, how could you not come down to 2600 North White Sands Boulevard or visit us online at DessertSunMotors.com.
See dealer for details. All available 2019s are still in stock. Not all 2020s have arrived yet. Deals may be the hottest under the sun. Purchase of one or more vehicles could increase your heart rate. Proud supporter of Taco Tuesdays. Keep hands and feet inside at all times. Do not attempt this at home.
Welcome back. Goddard kicks it off, and a little pooch kick that'll be taken at the 20-yard line by Mendoza. They fake the starburst, and Mendoza keeps it, bounces outside of the 30, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at the 32 on the far sideline. 21-0 Rockets as we're closing on 4 minutes to go in the first half. And Alamogordo's offense will retake the field here, see if they can keep up the momentum of that last drive. There should be some confidence there in the way that they move the football, but no doubt deflating on the results of the end of that drive and then the ensuing Goddard offensive drive. So we'll see what happens here. And the Tigers will go one wide receiver up to the top side, lead back to the left, and I believe that's Hayes off to the right. I'll tell you here in a second. Handoff and a run straight up the middle and breaking a tackle at the first down marker and getting near midfield. And a first down for Alamogordo. Not sure if that was Hayes. I think that might have been Gill. No, that was Sean. So it's to the 48-yard line, 16 yards on the first down gain for Alamogordo. So they've gotten some big holes to run through, and not only that, Goddard's tackling hasn't been especially solid tonight. Alamogordo's been able to break some tackles tonight. Receiver down to the near side for the Tigers, ball on the far hash. The lead back is to the right of the running back and the quarterback, the running back to the left of him. And Hayes will look like go straight up the middle, then bounce it to the outside, and Hayes is going to be taken down out of bounds. That was right on the edge of being a late hit, but I think that was the right call to not throw a penalty flag there. I think the player was already into the motion when he went to take him down. Would have been a little harsh if they had thrown the penalty flag. 9-yard gain, just about a yard shy of the first down for Sean on the run. 3:40 to go. The clock does stop there. That's a good thing for Alamo. They'd love to keep running the football. And here's the snap and the handoff. Hayes, again, trying to bounce it to the outside. Good blocking up in front of him. He's going to cross the 40. Credit to Brandon Bedgood blocking in front of him out of the wide receiver position. And Alamogordo's going to get another first down here to the 38. It's a gain of 6. Tigers have had some pretty good success running in most areas, whether it's straight up the middle or finding it off the edges. I've been impressed. The offensive line has done well tonight. Got to get points on this drive, though. It has to happen here if Alamogordo wants any chance of getting back into this game. And listen, if they can score here, they get the ball to begin the second half. 3:15 remaining. The Tigers do have one timeout remaining. Mendoza, the receiver, split out to the top side. And a new running back in. No, that's Hayes again. Hayes is going to be contacted near the line of scrimmage and fall forward near the 35. I think he's going to get 2. Tigers can't be too relaxed here on this drive. They need to be moving maybe a little bit faster than this. Hayes is going to come out of the game, and Audette's going to come in for him. Mendoza's the receiver to the near side. Play clock's down to 17. Game clock's down to 2:34. Yelton, the lead back to the right. And they're going to shift Audette to the right of Viescas. Viescas going to throw. Good block by Audette. Viescas got away from the first one, but doesn't get away from the second. And the Tigers take a sack back at the 41. And we'll say one of the Goddard players was giving one of the Alamogordo players a little bit of extra business after the play, but sometimes that does happen down in the trenches. And again, the Tigers not with a whole lot of hurry up here. If they can get 9 or 10 yards, not necessarily the first down, they might be able to get into field goal range for Brett. Audette shifts to the right of Viescas. And they fake the handoff. He's going to throw, and it's on the mark, and they've got the first down. That's Jarman Williams who's going to make the grab as they go across the middle to the tight end to the 26, and that is a first down for the Tigers. Haven't seen Alamogordo convert on 3rd and longs like that very often, but on the mark there for Viescas, and a good grab by Jarman Williams, and the Tigers get a fresh set of downs here. Clock continues to roll, the minute 30 to go, but again, got to be getting into this a little bit quicker if they want to get 7. And maybe I guess maybe they'll be content with getting 3, but gotta go to the air. Viescas takes the snap, and Viescas is going to throw. Going to go towards the end zone. Just overthrew Mendoza at the goal line. Boy, Viescas missed that by like half a yard probably. Just led Mendoza a little bit too much, and he got past the double coverage out there. Unfortunate. Like the play call, and that's probably why there wasn't as much hurry up for the Tigers. They knew they were going to go to the air on that play. And either they were going to get the touchdown or it was hopefully going to be just an incompletion. So Cisco out to the top side, Mendoza as well, 2 wide receivers. And they've got Hayes to the right of Viescas. And they'll fake the handoff. Viescas going to run it straight up the middle. Not much there. And the ball's going to get to the 23-yard line. That's a gain of 3. And again, not much hurry up here for the Tigers. It is 3rd down. Maybe one more shot to the end zone if you're Alamogordo, but they still got a timeout in the pocket here. 38 seconds left, and I agree with saving that if you can. And you definitely like to see a pass play here if you're Alamogordo. Viescas will take the snap. Don't take a sack, though. Viescas going to throw and threw it into about 3 or 4 white jerseys. Overthrew Mendoza. And it's going to bring on Brett Money to try a field goal after the incompletion with 23 seconds left here in the first half. So we'll see where they mark it at, or where they mark the tee at here. Looks like it'll probably be about a 40-yard field goal. And yes, it will. So he's going to kick it from the 30, from the near hash. Not any wind that I can tell of. The snap, kick is up, on the way, looks to be good. And it is. So Brett Money knocks through a 40-yard field goal for the Alamogordo Tigers. It's 21-3 with 20. Well, they didn't take any time off the clock. They should have at least taken probably about 5 seconds off the clock, but still listed at 23 seconds. We'll take a break and come right back. You're listening to Tiger Football on ESPN Alamogordo.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Slow internet again? signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
Brent Money with the touchback. Yeah, it's not exactly a great thing that I don't know why the game clock and maybe the officials didn't say, wind the clock, but as soon as the ball was snapped, it should have ran some time off the clock. That's not the best thing for Alamogordo. They gave Goddard probably a free 5, 6, 7 seconds. I don't necessarily think Goddard can go 80 yards in a short amount of time, but the Alamogordo defense has got to be on their toes here and not allow a big run. And let's be honest, Goddard has gashed the Tigers a number of times tonight. 22, 49, 56. I guess those are the big ones. And Goddard's going to run out in a spread here, so the Tigers are going to get a different look. They haven't seen this. It's 3 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom, running back off to the left for Aragon. And Aragon's going to take the snap, and looks like he's just going to run it off to the near side to the 20, puts his head down, and we've got a penalty flag, a couple of them, and I heard people yelling holding. I don't know if that was fans or coaches that were yelling that up here in the press box, but stops the clock with 17 seconds left, and I would imagine a hold on Goddard, and it is. So now we might see Goddard just go ahead and take a knee and take this one to the locker room. But, hey, some momentum for Alamogordo. They'll get the ball to begin the second half. They've got some points up on the board. They've moved the ball well tonight, and if they can go down at the start of the second half and score, it's a 2-possession game. The Tigers should have a little bit of confidence going into the locker room, and the big thing, obviously, to get it into the end zone to begin the second half. Again, we'll see this 4 wide receiver look here for Goddard. They ran out of it last time. Aragon going to run straight ahead. He gets the 20. Aragon to the 30. Aragon is going to be brought down from behind. They'll stop the clock to move the chains. Well, initially the near line judge was going to say wind the clock, but he got to the 38. That's a 28-yard gain for Aragon. Goddard does not have a field goal kicker that can go from distance. Goddard's going to go ahead and use a timeout here with 9 seconds left. I don't know if we'll see maybe a little bit of trickeration here one way or the other on one of these sides. Oh, let's see if we can find some scores from around the state for you guys and see what's going on. Centennial, boy, they're in a dogfight with Hobbs, 21-20. Artesia and Roswell in a close one, 21-14. That's 6:40 to go to half. Volcano Vista beating up on Cleveland, 28-7. That's 1:37 to go in the half. Clovis beating El Dorado 32-15. It's Eunice leading Hagerman 22-14. That's a pretty close game. And let's see here. Any other interesting updates? Rio Rancho beating up on Otrisco Heritage 30-0. Portales beating Rodoso 13-0. That's a pretty big Class 4A matchup there. Dexter beating Nimi 14-0. Unfortunately, I don't have an update for you on Tularosa. Maybe I will for you. Let's see if their reporter on Max Preps. Oh my, 47-0, and that one's just about to halftime. So what we talked about, or what I talked about earlier today, that I thought that one might be over by halftime, and it appears it probably will be. All right, Goddard again lining up with trips to the top side, 1 to the bottom, ball in the near hash. Aragon takes it. He'll run again. He breaks a tackle in the backfield. Aragon running ahead to the 50. Aragon to the 40. Aragon to the near sideline. Aragon up the near sideline to the 20. He's to the 10. He's going to get in the end zone for a touchdown. What a brutal, brutal touchdown at the end of the half for the Tigers to give up. Goddard had 23 seconds and essentially went 90 yards on that drive. My goodness.
At the end of the second quarter, by rule, we will kick the extra point.
So that is a 63-yard touchdown run from Aragon.
26, David Renteria, set the kick for the Rockets.
And they'll kick the extra point. I guess, I don't know if Alamogordo wasn't prepared for that spread look or whatever, but extra point is good. Well, I said there was going to be some momentum heading in the locker room. Unfortunately, it's on the other side now as Goddard, they picked up a holding penalty on the first down run, started in their own 10, and didn't throw the football with 17 seconds left and somehow go the length of the field. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Well, certainly part of that is Alamogordo not getting the tackling done like they needed to. We're at halftime. It is Goddard 28, Alamogordo 3. You're listening to Tiger Football.
Now you have a choice when it comes to keeping massive files of your bank statements every month. With an online e-statement, you'll have an accurate, easy-to-read electronic statement you can access anywhere, anytime. Get more control over your cash flow. And no more giant filing cabinets. Our e-statements get an A+. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Whether you bath in the bathtub or bath in the sink, soft water's the water your skin wants to drink. See, when you're washing in hard water, skin can dry out more. Soft Culligan water's what your skin's crying out for. A Culligan water softener helps take out the hard stuff, like calcium, magnesium, and other stuff that can make skin rough. Because your skin is important, whether you're a baby or bald. That's why we say get a Culligan water softener installed.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
The fall fairground sale is over, but Vision Ford's bringing the after party, and it's BYOB. Bring your old beater and trade it in for a sweet deal on a smoking hot ride. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on the 2019 Ford F-150 and get up to $8,500 cash back. The 2019 Ford Fusion has $2,000 cash back or 0% financing for up to 60 months with $1,000 cash back. The all-new Ford Ranger's on the lot, and you can get up to $1,000 cash back or 0% for up to 60 months with $500 cash back. Check out the 2019 Ford Edge. Up to $4,500 cash back or 0% for 60 months with $3,750 cash back. Or the Ford Escape. Up to $4,250 cash back or 0% for 60 months. Plus, browse their selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Don't forget, Vision Ford offers a $500 military discount. Vision Ford, 1500 South White Sands. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back here to Tiger Stadium. Tigers down 28-3, and unfortunately, just a gut-wrenching into the half if you're a Tiger fan. Alamo gets some points there, but I mean, the last 2 drives along with the last Goddard drive really have put this in the hands of the Rockets. I think, maybe this is a little bit of a closer game. I think Goddard's probably still in control, but the Rockets jump out to a 14-0 lead. They've been running the ball exceptionally well. Ryan Lee's got a couple of touchdowns on the night. Aragon's got a touchdown pass to Josh Hernandez. And then right there at the end of the half, there were 23 seconds to begin that drive. They started at their own 20, got a holding penalty. We're back at their own 10. And so in 2 plays, they went 90 yards and got it into the end zone. Just surprising, to say the least, I think would be the way to describe what we saw there. So, for the Tigers, it's a tough break. they're going to have to shake it off and come out strong in the beginning of the second half and see if they can cut it down to an 18-point game. And then the defense is going to have to come up with some stops in the second half. But I think, an encouraging thing to see is how well the Tigers have run the ball tonight, and they've moved the ball well against the Rockets. But turnover on downs, a turnover, having to settle for a field goal, I mean, those have been the problems for the Tigers, unfortunately, tonight, and probably going to cost them this football game. And again, they may not have won it regardless. Goddard's played really well tonight. But, these are things that, for Alamogordo that they've got to clean up and get better at if they want to win these type of football games. That is, I think, a for sure thing. But I think it's also worth pointing out, hopefully I'm not harping too much, I think it's also important to show how much Alamogordo has improved and how they can play with teams like this now. But that extra step, obviously, is being able to make stops when they need to and not have the mistakes cost them in big moments. And we've seen, I think, it's been kind of a microcosm of the season a little bit in that first half, what we saw from Alamo. But Sean Hayes with a great first half. I thought Ryan Viescas threw the ball really well and picked up some big first downs through the air in that first half. He deserves a lot of credit there. I think the Tiger defense has made some stops in some big spots. Max Merrill had a big tackle. There's been a couple of other teams or a couple of other players that have really shined, I think, on the Tiger defense tonight. And Brett Money, a 40-yard field goal, and that one probably would have been good from 50. He's going to make a college team very lucky when he heads off to the next level. He's definitely the real deal. Not that you need me to tell me that. I think anybody who's watched him over the last 3 or 4 seasons know that for sure. All right, we're going to take a break. Again, it's 28-3. Goddard is in front. Tiger Band is performing. I believe they're heading off to the Zia competition here soon. So best of luck to them. We'll actually post this performance up on our Facebook page a little bit later on tonight. So we'll look forward to having that on our Facebook page. We're going to take a break and get you back into more halftime. And we do have more halftime for you with Athlete of the Week and more coming up here at Tiger Stadium. So stay with us.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Look at all those bright colors.
Yep, good old Tularosa Basin sunsets.
No, Mike, I just came from the Chevy house and I have a 2020 in my sights.
While everyone else still has 2019 vision, we have the new 2020 models in stock right now.
With supplier pricing in full effect for the 2019 models,
which gotta go.
You can also get a great deal on a brand new, just in inventory, newly released, never ever seen before, new to the area.
Hey, they get it. The 2020s are exclusively here at Desert Sun Motor Chevrolet.
Plus, we have the best in market, best service, tenderly loved and regrettably traded in pre-owned vehicles within 250 miles. We will not be undersold. All offers will be accepted.
That's right. With little or no money down financing and higher than market value for your trade, how could you not come down to 2600 North White Sands Boulevard or visit us online at DesertSunMotors.com.
See dealer for details. All available 2019s are still in stock. Not all 2020s have arrived yet. Deals may be the hottest under the sun. Purchase of one or more vehicles could increase your heart rate. Proud supporter of Taco Tuesdays. Keep hands and feet inside at all times. Do not attempt this at home.
When you think of all the things water wets, how clean your water is as important as it gets. A Culligan water system can help filter stuff out. So cleaner Culligan water is what comes out the spout. Into the pots you boil peas in, the teacup you're teasing, the lemonade you homemade when it's homemade lemonade season, the soup you serve guests, the bowls for your pets, and all the other wonderful things water wets. You could give your people Culligan water.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
This is your ESPN Alamogordo Tiger Athlete of the Week Spotlight, brought to you by the Winter Circle and Vision Ford Lincoln. This week's athlete is Bryson Kangas of Tiger Soccer.
I feel like you guys had a really good last week. I know it's overall been not the season y'all had hoped for, but it seems like the team has really picked up the way that they played last week. Is that the way you're feeling about it?
Yeah, I think we've got a lot more confident with our formation and our play style, and I think that we're getting into these tougher games towards the end of the season, and we're really finding our form, and these games are getting really close and tough, and it's a hard fight all the way through every game now, so it's good.
How exciting was it to get that win over Centennial? Because, I mean, the team just cheered after the final whistle blew in that game last week. What was that experience like for you and the rest of the guys?
It was a great experience for all of us, especially because Cody scored the winning goal, his first goal of the season, so that put it a little bit better for him especially, but it was a great feeling.
And I know it wasn't a win on Saturday to play Gas. I mean, you guys had a real tough one against Gas in the first time. To take them to overtime and play them as tough as you did, was that also a really great experience for the team?
Yeah, it was. The energy in that game was just there. Everyone was excited to play. Everyone wanted to play, and we wanted to win. So it was a great feeling throughout the entire team and the coaches.
How do you feel like your play has been? You've switched into a new role this season from a defender to further up the field now. How would you assess the way that you've played this year?
I still think I have a defensive-ish mindset, so I'm still getting back as much as I can to help the defense, but being able to push up more and really distribute the ball a little bit more, I think it has helped me a lot as a player and just helps the team get the ball around a little more.
And you got to score some goals this year too, right?
Yeah.
That's always exciting because, I mean, usually as a defender, you don't get that opportunity. Was that fun to be able to put some in the back of the net this season?
Oh, definitely. Especially, most of them are headers this year, so that's always a great feeling, too, to put them in with your head.
Awesome. Fantastic. You know, you're coming to the end of your Tiger soccer career. What do you think you're going to remember the most about, you know, being a part of this team and playing with those guys?
Probably just the guys, honestly. I've been playing with them for so long now, especially even the newer guys that have just started coming up to varsity now. We just have a great bond, and it's just a lot of good fun with them, so that's good.
Are you going to try to continue soccer after high school, or is this going to be it for you think?
Hopefully I'll keep playing after high school.
Okay. And do you know what's coming up next for you at college or something else?
Not sure yet. Just kind of waiting for track season to roll around and think about it more from there.
That's right. And you do have track season. Do you know what you're going to be running again this year? Have an idea of it, or?
Probably more hurdles and middle distance stuff.
Okay. Well, we'll look forward to that. Of course, you had a good season last year. Looking for an even better season this year, I would anticipate?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to that when springtime rolls around. And you guys have one more home match next Saturday against Deming. Will be senior day. I'm sure you guys want to finish off the season strong, right?
Yeah, exactly. We just want to punch in 2 more wins in these last 2 games and finish strong.
Congratulations on being Athlete of the Week, Bryson.
Thank you.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle. Outfitters of champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
Sometimes you just need a loan. Your daughter Debbie is getting married. Your son Toby needs a new tuba. Let's face it, families cost money. Things come up that you had no way of predicting. We make personal loans for occasions like this to people who have good credit. So next time you find yourself connected to the unexpected, stop in and see us about a personal loan, subject to credit approval. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Are you you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
Whether you bath in the bathtub or bath in the sink, soft water's the water your skin wants to drink. See, when you're washing in hard water, skin can dry out more. Soft Culligan water's what your skin's crying out for. A Culligan water softener helps take out the hard stuff, like calcium, magnesium, and other stuff that can make skin rough. Because your skin is important, whether you're a baby or bald. That's why we say get a Culligan water softener installed.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Alamogordo Band just wrapped up their performance tonight. And we will post the video of their performance up on our Facebook page. All I was sitting here thinking, gosh, I hope that somebody doesn't copyright that. I'm always scared of that on either here on the ESPN Alamogordo YouTube channel or over on our Facebook page. They're crazy with that stuff. Crazy. Anyway, 28-3, Goddard's in front. It is halftime, and the Rockets are getting ready to retake the field. We got about, looks like we're already to the warm-up clock actually, so they're going to have to hurry up and get some of their equipment. They've got these big screen. I'm always amazed with like the apparatuses and things that they build for these band performances. Last week at Los Lonis, and same thing here. They've got these big rolling, I'm not even sure how to describe it. It's like with curtains, and it's pretty cool looking. Anyway, they're getting those out the field, and both teams will do their warm-ups, and we'll get ready for tonight's second half kickoff with the Rockets in front 28-3 as we speak.
Let's hear it for the pit crew out there as well.
And
Big round of applause.
the Tiger band parents helping out to get that stuff off the field is pretty good stuff too. So hopefully the Rockets will avoid the big apparatuses there. They do. I think that was my concern, was there would be something in the way. Looks like everybody's all right though. Tigers are in their tunnel, getting themselves psyched up to try to get in the second half going. Cheerleaders are going to welcome them on the field. By the way, the Goddard cheerleaders have made the trip over here to Alamogordo as well. So very good deal on that. Do you want to mention Alamogordo Volleyball at home tomorrow? It's their senior day as they take on Gadsden. Noon start time for varsity. JV and freshmen will precede that. Mescalero Apache is in action against, Cloudcrop's in action against Messiah Christian tomorrow. And they're at home for that match, so best of luck to Cloudcrop. I think that's all we got here in the local area. Alamogordo Cross Country is up in Rio Rancho, and Cloudcroft will be up there as well for each of their next meets this season. It is 28-3. We'll go ahead and fit in one more quick break, and we'll come back with second half kickoff. Goddard 28, Alamogordo 3. We'll be right back.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Slow internet again? Signal constantly dropping? Don't take it out on your computer. Instead, call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company for internet stress relief. They have the speed and the reliability to make your internet dreams come true. If you want fast, they have faster. If you want service you can rely on, they are the most reliable. And customer service? It's all about you. Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company to get connected. 585-2700.
right, second half is just about to get underway. Again, it'll be Alamogordo getting the ball to begin half number 2. And we'll see if the Tigers can get off to a good start to begin things in half number 2. Definitely would make this game a little bit more interesting as we head down the stretch run here. If Alamogordo can come away with a big stop here.
Don't forget, tune in to ESPN 103.7 Alamogordo to every Tiger football game, home and away. Charles is broadcasting live on air now.
And we'll see what the Tigers can do here with, looks like, is that Brandon Luke that's back at the 10-yard line here for the Tigers? They're going to go left to right. Goddard's going to go right to left. And we'll also close our window here a little bit so the music in the PA isn't blowing us out of the water. I was trying to get the band performance to post to our Facebook page. It's a little bit less in your face here on the broadcast. Hopefully you can hear me a little bit better now, so apologies for that. But we haven't started with the second half yet, so we're all right. They're getting the clock set at the moment. That's why we haven't gotten to the second half kickoff. I think the Tigers need to be ready for an onside kick here, or at least one of those pooch kicks. Tigers leave a fair amount of room there from, you got your up men at the 50, and then the next guys are back to 30, so there's a fair amount of space there if Goddard wants to strategically place one. But now they're going to kick it back to the 20, and it's caught there, and they'll hand it off. No, they won't. It'll be Mendoza keeping it, and he's trying to get around to the 30, the near sideline 35, and he's going to be slung out of bounds by the jersey. And one of those horse collar plays. It always looks like it sometimes, but didn't get the hand inside the gear. And so Alamo started at their own 40. Pretty good starting position here to begin half number 2. They've moved the ball well most of the night, with the exception of really just one drive. The Tigers have gotten it into Goddard territory. That's what's a little discouraging, is just having the one touchdown. And here's a different look from Alamogordo. This is a reverse wishbone. So you've got a deep back, 2 split backs, and I think Julio Mendoza is the quarterback right now. So the Tigers going with something different. Handoff goes to, I believe, Gill, and Gill is going to get popped back at about the 38-yard line. And second down and 12 for Alamogordo now. So they try something a little bit different, which I like. So it looks like, yeah, Gill and Mendoza and Audette, and then Hayes is behind. And then 2 wide receivers split out. So you got 4 men in the backfield here. Second and 12. And Mendoza will hand it off to Hayes. Hayes makes a man miss, stays on his feet, and is able to work his way back across the original line of scrimmage and pick up about 4 on the carry. Takes it to the 42-yard line, but it's 3rd down and 8 now, and it looks like Ryan Viescas is going to come back into the game. So unfortunately for Alamogordo, ended up behind the sticks there on that 2-yard loss on first down. Trying to show Goddard something different, which I like. I like the variety and, giving the defense something different to think about. 4 wide receivers now for Alamogordo. Hayes stays in as the running back. Viescas back in at quarterback. 3rd and 8, and a quick throw, and I'm not sure. I couldn't tell if that was in front of Luke or behind him there, but regardless, it's an incomplete pass, and the Tigers go 3 and out. So the exact opposite of what Alamogordo needed coming out of the halftime locker room. And, I guess you can, I'm sitting here saying, yeah, I like the change in what Alamogordo decided to do, but unfortunately, that 2-yard loss on first down put Alamogordo in a tough spot. If they pick up 2 on first down, and Hayes still picks up the 4, you end up at 3rd and 4, you could probably stay in that other formation. Money's going to punt it away here. Just the second time Brett's punted tonight. Find yourself down 28-3. Does get it off just in time. Another high, solid punt here. Straight up in the air at the 30, and then takes a Goddard bounce. And that's where the Goddard offense will take over. A 28-yard gain.
And I want to check in on the
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about ready to give away some cold hard cash, courtesy of Desert Sun Auto Group. First broadcast
on the Tularosa game. I would assume that one's probably over. Nope, it got to the second half, so 47-0 right now. Thanks to Noah Wood. He's the Wildcats reporter on Max Preps, keeping us updated. All right, so that's Wishbone with a shotgun in it, and Aragon's going to keep it, get behind his split backs, but not get much there. Just a 1-yard gain on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first winner for some cold hard cash, courtesy of Desert Sun Auto Group, $200.
2nd down and 9 on the Rockets 31. 9:52 to go here in the third quarter, with the Tigers trailing 28-3. Out of the shotgun, Aragon again. This time we'll hand it off, and straight up the middle, big burst of speed from Lee. He's going to get close to the first down. Not going to be quite enough. He'll get 8. You just love the way that young man hits the hole. He gets the handoff, makes a quick cut, and then he's in traffic, getting a lot of speed, a lot of quickness there. Makes it a 3rd and 1. He's, by the way, at 122 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns in that first half, did Lee. The Tigers were paced by Sean Hayes, who had 83 yards in that first half. Toss play to the right, and Lee gets it, and Lee hits the corner, and we got a penalty flag right in the middle of the field. Maybe a hold coming up on Goddard. Lee had the first down, picked up 3 on the carry, but let's wait and see what the decision is by the official. No, that's going to be a penalty on Alamogordo. Couldn't tell what the call was. It was a face mask? No, that wasn't a personal foul. Maybe it was hands to the face. That's something up in the headgear, but it's going to be a 15-yard penalty on Alamogordo. They didn't throw the personal foul face mask. There was a motion to the face by the official, so I'm thinking maybe just got hands up underneath the helmet of one of the players. Toss play goes to the right. Lee looking to turn the corner again. He'll slip down and go out of bounds. I don't think he's going to get much of anything on this carry. They'll give him a yard. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 for the Rockets offense. Stops the clock with 8:25 to go here in the third quarter. And the clock will stop anyways. Michael Audette takes a seat and appears to be dealing with an injury. And David Maldonado, the Tigers' head athletic trainer, will run out and see what's going on with Michael. And we'll go ahead and fit in a quick break. It's Goddard 28, Alamogordo 3, 8:25 to go in the third quarter. Back after this.
When someone thinks they have a better idea, like a new way to make it or a new place to take it, they start their own business. Every small business has not-so-small ambitions. We can help you with about every financial service you'll need, like e-statements to save your filing space, mobile banking from your smartphone, lines of credit for expansion, and online account access. To us, there's nothing small about small business. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
Welcome back. Alamogordo trailing 28-3 to the Goddard Rockets in this District 4-5A matchup. And Audette is able to get to the sideline. And trying to see where they're working on him at. Don't see him at the moment. Anyway, the play on the field. Aragon's going to keep it. We've got penalty flags all over the place as he spun away from a tackler in the backfield. He gets 3 or 4 in the gain across the 40 to the 39 on the Alamogordo side of the field. Let's wait and see what the penalty flag is. I assume the last one was on Goddard. I won't do that again. Something on Goddard. They're going to call chop block on Goddard. So again, that's Alamogordo defender was engaged with a Goddard blocker, and then one of the other players went low on the Tiger player. And that'll be back to the 48-yard line. On the Goddard side of the field, they need the Alamogordo 33 for a first down. That'll be 19, second and 19 here. They'll go to the spread look, which we saw at the end of the half and worked very well. Fake of the handoff, and Aragon's going to throw deep down the middle of the field, and he's going to overshoot everybody. Didn't really have anyone close to that. To that pass. That was in the middle of the field and probably wasn't a defender or a Tiger player within about, or should they, a Goddard player within about 10 yards of it. Third and long. Some of the Rockets come out with here. And again, it'll be trips to the top side, one to the bottom. Running back to the right and back to pass is Aragon. Tigers put some pressure on, and this is going to be incomplete, but they're going to call a pass interference on Alamogordo. As it looked like number 19, Austin LaSalle, was in coverage. Won't be enough for a first down, but it definitely makes it much more, well, you know what? We may have offsetting because there's a penalty in the Goddard backfield too. So we may just end up replaying this. Holding on Goddard. And I would assume pass interference on Alamogordo. Now the white hat gave the officiating for he gave the signal for intentional grounding on the Alamogordo defense, which, all right. I'm fairly certain pass interference was the call. I don't know what that call was, but all right. Trips to the near side, one at the top for Goddard, and we'll do this third and long again. And the snap, and Aragon looks like he's going to run, then gets into the backfield again. Sets up, has time, throws down the middle of the field, and he completes it at the 29-yard line. Jumping up and making a nice grab at the 29. And Ryan Lee again doing it on the pass game this time. Ends up a 24-yard completion, but most importantly for Goddard, it's a first down. Here's the snap, and Aragon will run straight ahead with it out of the shotgun. Spins away from one tackler and still fighting for yards across the 25 near the 20-yard line. Looks like he'll get the 22 and a 6-yard gain on first down. Caleb Perea comes away with the stop for the Tigers. 7:12 to go here in the third quarter. Rockets trying to add on to their 28-3 advantage. Trips to the bottom side, one to the top. Goddard going with the traditional spread look. Airing it out up the far sideline, and boy, Aragon very nearly laid it right over the top to his intended wide receiver, looking for Elijah Romero. And Romero unable to get underneath the football, but I'll tell you what, especially on those run to a spot plays for the wide receivers, Aragon's had some really nice touch on his throws tonight. And made a really good throw on it. You just wonder if Goddard, they run the football and they run the football well. If they decided to pass it more, you just wonder what you'd see from this team. Here comes the handoff, and straight up the middle and getting some first down yardage is Ray Downs. Downs gets through the mass of people and comes out the other side down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain. Downs has got 27 yards rushing on the night for the Rockets. Lee's been the major ball carrier. Aragon after that. and then Downs. Which again, just in reading some of the previous games, Zaragoza was the guy that we expected, but maybe Downs is filling in for him in tonight's game. Handoff goes to Downs again, out of the wishbone, and it's going to be about a 2-yard gain. Good stop there, I think, from Dakota LaSalle. One thing we haven't seen is them go into that fullback yet. They've used the fullbacks exclusively as a blocking back in this game. Lee's back into the game as one of the split backs. And, hey, just as I said that, they gave it to the fullback, and the fullback goes straight ahead inside the 5. Caston Ramage on the run. I'd like to say I knew that was coming, but goodness knows that is not the case. And so, well, they stopped the clock, and the official's trying to get him to roll it. And he's still trying to get him to roll it. For some reason, they still haven't. Now they finally do. Here comes the snap and the handoff up the middle, and it appears to be a touchdown for the Goddard Rockets. And it looks like Ramage was the one who got the carry. So Rockets will try to put on the extra point and make this a 35-3 advantage. Snap is down, and the kick is blocked. So the Tigers block it, and it's 34-3. Shane Sargent gets in there and blocks it. All right, 5:39 to go in the third quarter. The Tigers get the ball back, and let's see if they can get something positive going here. Unfortunately, it's going to be kind of similar to last week against Little Slunas. See if the Tigers can build some momentum heading towards next week against Roswell. We'll take a break and come right back.
The fall fairground sale is over, but Vision Ford's bringing the after party, and it's BYOB. Bring your old beater and trade it in for a sweet deal on a smoking hot ride. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on the 2019 Ford F-150 and get up to $8,500 cash back. The 2019 Ford Fusion has $2,000 cash back or 0% financing for up to 60 months with $1,000 cash back. The all-new Ford Ranger's on the lot, and you can get up to $1,000 cash back or 0% for up to 60 months with $500 cash back. Check out the 2019 Ford Edge. Up to $4,500 cash back or 0% for 60 months with $3,750 cash back. Or the Ford Escape. Up to $4,250 cash back or 0% for 60 months. Plus, browse their selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Don't forget, Vision Ford offers a $500 military discount. Vision Ford, 1500 South White Sands. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
Welcome back. The Tigers trailing 34-3, and Goddard kicking it off. They'll go squib kick this time, and it's a ground ball all the way back to about the 20, and just falling on it is Cisco at the 19. And the Tigers will start inside their own 20 to begin their second drive of half number 2. Now, a game that felt like it had a few spots where the Tigers could possibly have found their found an opportunity maybe to get back into this game. And I think those 2 or 3 possessions at the end of the last 4 possessions, 2 by the Tigers, 2 by the Rockets, I think probably spelled the result in this game. Now we got the clock stopped by the umpire. And so maybe, I don't know, was the game clock maybe running when it shouldn't have been? And I think that's the discussion, is that there was an issue with the game clock, which the game clock should have been running earlier, and it wasn't. And I'm not sure what number that it should be at. I know somebody does keep the time on the field for the officials. And so they'll try to reset it, I would assume, as they moved to 5:08. So I guess about 10 seconds ran off the clock there. I don't know, maybe somebody thought it was a running clock. If Goddard scores again, or I should say if Goddard scores a touchdown, then we'd get to a running clock. All right. 2 wide receivers for Alamogordo. Lead back off to the left. Viescas in the shotgun. And the handoff is going to go to Hayes. Hayes trying to get around the outside of the right. He stumbles a bit, but regathers himself and gets across the 20. And is going to pick up 3 yards. And the Tigers will have a 2nd down and 7. Goddard was able to keep the edge a little bit better than we've seen most of this game. And Hayes had to cut it back up inside and just did the smart play. Just got straight ahead and picked up as much yardage as he could. Mendoza splits out to the top side. Running back off to the left. Michael Audette, I should say, off to the right. Lead back off to the left. And handoff goes to Audette. Hesitates and then tries to bounce to the outside. Does a pretty good job of it. Hayes, or I should say Audette, is going to find himself a 1st down. He gets near the 30-yard line. I like the patience from Audette. He was behind his big offensive line, and when he felt like he had the edge to get, he turned on the speed and picks up the 1st down. Picks up 8. Audette hasn't only carried the ball 5 times tonight, but 15 yards so far for him. Tigers going to split it out 4 wide now, and Audette will stay in the backfield with Viescas. Tigers go to the air, just run it out of this, and fake the handoff, and the Rockets are all over Viescas. He's going to lose 3 on the sack. 3:35 remaining. And I got to say, one of the fun traditions I enjoy with Tiger Band, and I'm fairly certain that's the seniors that are going around the track right now dressed up in Halloween costumes. It's pretty fun tradition that they do. It's not, I think they do it the last home game before Halloween, so, or maybe the first one after. How that works out. I know we're still a couple of weeks until Halloween. And we got a timeout call by Coach Cisco. I think something wrong in the formation for Alamogordo, and they're going to talk it over. So it's a timeout on the field with 3:03 remaining, and it's Goddard 34, Alamogordo 3, and we'll be back.
When you think of all the things water wets, how clean your water is as important as it gets. A Culligan water system can help filter stuff out. So cleaner Culligan water is what comes out the spout. Into the pots you boil peas in, the teacup you're teasing, the lemonade you homemade when it's homemade lemonade season, the soup you serve guests, the bowls for your pets, and all the other wonderful things water wets. You could give your people Culligan water.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Welcome back. Tigers will have a 2nd down and 13 from their own 27-yard line. Trailing 34-3 in the 3rd quarter. 3:03 remaining in this 3rd quarter of play. And Tigers will go trips to the bottom, 1 to the top. Audette is the running back with Viescas, and he's to the right of him. Rockets blitz. Viescas in trouble. Tigers try to run the screen. Gets it off to Audette, and Audette is going to get some positive yardage. That's probably the best run screen I've seen the Tigers run all year long, and good job by Viescas to hold off on the rush that was coming right in his face, and it's going to be about 3 yards short of a 1st down. It's a 10-yard completion, but boy, that has been a a place where Alamogordo has struggled this season is running screen plays. And that went well. So it'll be a 3rd down and 3. 2 to the top side, 2 to the bottom for the Tigers. Ball on the far hash. And the running back moves to the right of Viescas. He takes the snap. Viescas hands it off on the draw play. Audette with some nice moves in the backfield. He's got the 1st down, still on his feet, and he gets to midfield. Couple of jump cuts from Michael Audette. The junior looking swift. He's going to pick up 13 and a 1st down for Alamogordo. Now, these guys aren't quitting, and We heard Coach Cisco talk about that in the interview in pregame, is this is not a group that gives up, and it'll be a 1st and 10 right at midfield. They're going to try to finish this game strong. Trips to the top side, 1 to the bottom. And Audette. Snap in. Another draw play. Audette gets it, and Audette with some running room. Bouncing it outside. He's across the 40, and he gets it to the 38. And so we've got some afterward stuff up the field. Let's wait and see what happens here. I don't know if it's going to be in a dead ball or during the play. They're going to call a face mask on Goddard. And then that was away from the football. So it's 12 yards for Audette on the run. And it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. And Alamogordo will get it down inside the 25-yard line. Ball 1st and 10 from the Goddard 23. See if Alamo can get a touchdown here. They've been in Goddard territory a lot tonight offensively. It's just been finishing off the drives, unfortunately, for Alamogordo. 2 wide receivers to each side, and it looks like one of the Tiger offensive linemen jumped. And those are the kind of things that just drive you up the wall if you're a coach. Is, hey, you get that big 1st and 10, you're inside the 25, and now you're 1st and 15. You definitely don't want that to happen if you're the Tigers. But we've seen them gain in big chunks here on this drive. A 10-yard screen play, a 13-yard run, a 12-yard run. So they've been able to get, it hasn't just been getting 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards. Audette's been really providing a change of pace for Alamogordo. Fake of the handoff. Viesca's going to roll out, throws, and boy, it looks like a really nice catch made on the sideline. Brandon Luke makes a great grab, kept the feet in bounds at the 17. That was a wonderful grab by Brandon Luke. And a good throw on the money there from Viescas. It's an 11-yard gain. Not going to be a first down, but they pick up the penalty yardage plus a decent amount more. And it makes a 2nd down and 4. So you erase that penalty mishap and in a good spot here. 2 wide receivers to the top side. They bring the lead back into the left. Goddard brings an extra man into the box. Audette's going to get the football. He's trying to bounce it to the outside. Audette able to get across the 15-yard line. He's not going to quite have the first down. He'll get 2 and be about a yard short. So it's 3rd and 1 if Alamogordo's, I think, got a decent choice to go either way here. I don't think you're kicking field goals at this point in the game, so you can, I would say, run the ball here on 3rd down and leave your options open for 4th down. You can do whatever you want here. And Viescas is going to throw. Pump fakes, goes to the corner of the end zone, and making the grab, Julio Mendoza. What a throw. It just got over the outreached hands of the defender, and that was the prettiest touchdown pass of the year for the Tigers. 15 yards to the back corner of the end zone. Viescas threw that from about the far hash at the probably about the 20-yard line, and he airs that over the defender. It was double coverage, and Mendoza makes a wonderful grab in the end zone for the Tiger touchdown. The snap is down. The kick is up. Looks like it's blocked. We've got a penalty flag, though. Let's wait and see what this is. And it would appear to be on Goddard. Illegal formation on the Rockets. So maybe lined up over the center or something in that area. So the Tigers trying to make this a 24-point game with 35 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. And Brett will get another run at it. snap and kick, and this one blasted through the uprights. And the Tigers trail 34-10. You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
Wow, look at all those bright colors.
Yep, good old Tularosa Basin sunsets.
No, Mike, I just came from the Chevy house and I have a 2020 in my sights.
While everyone else still has 2019 vision, we have the new 2020 models in stock right now.
With supplier pricing in full effect for the 2019 models,
which gotta go.
You can also get a great deal on a brand new, just in inventory, newly released, never ever seen before, new to the area.
Hey, they get it. The 2020s are exclusively here at Desert Sun Motor Chevrolet.
Plus, we have the best in market, best service, tenderly loved and regrettably traded in pre-owned vehicles within 250 miles. We will not be undersold. All offers will be accepted.
That's right. With little or no money down financing and higher than market value for your trade, how could you not come down to 2600 North White Sands Boulevard or visit us online at DesertSunMotors.com.
See dealer for details. All available 2019s are still in stock. Not all 2020s have arrived yet. Deals may be the hottest under the sun. Purchase of one or more vehicles could increase your heart rate. Proud supporter of Taco Tuesdays. Keep hands and feet inside at all times. Do not attempt this at home.
Welcome back. The Tigers are going to kick it off deep, and Money's going to send it out of the back of the end zone again. I think the Rockets were anticipating an onside kick try, and Brett has kicked 3 touchbacks. I think every kickoff has been a touchback in this game, as a matter of fact. Well, if there is a comeback in Alamogordo, it's got to be probably a 3-and-out here for Goddard if it's going to happen for the Tigers, but all starts here, and we'll see. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. And one thing, unfortunately, that we haven't seen Alamogordo do a lot of this year is force turnovers. And this is one of those spots that, boy, you could use the other team to maybe have a mistake here. Back to the wishbone, split backs with a fullback. And the handoff goes to Downs, and Downs is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage, I don't think. Well, they actually gave him about a yard. I don't think he got there at all, but again, I'm up here in the press box, and they are down there on the field. And second down and 9. It looks like they gave him a yard, so. And we'll see if that's going to be the last play. It is. So the final play of quarter number 3. The Tigers trail by 24. They're going to need an historic third quarter to come back and win this football game, but I'm sure they're going to give it a try. Final home game of the season, senior night. Let's see what they can do in the final 12 minutes. You'll hear it next here on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
The Winter Circle, your hometown shop for all local team apparel. Get hats, shirts, jackets, and more. Cheer on the Tigers, Wildcats, and all your favorite teams in style. You can also personalize your apparel with custom silkscreen or embroidery. The Winter Circle, a family-owned business, continuing the tradition of supporting local athletics.
Come see us at the Winter Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
1201 10th Street in Alamogordo. Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Sisko and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
Welcome back. It's a 2nd down and 9 for the Goddard Rockets in their own 21. They lead the Alamogordo Tigers 34-10. This is Tiger football on ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. By the way, Tularosa did finish off the win 53-0 in the third quarter of a Tucum carry, so they get their first district win of the season. Lee gets it on the toss play. Lee bouncing it outside. Lee up the far sideline now to the 35. Lee breaks a tackle but goes out of bounds. We've got 2 penalty flags way back on the play here, and it's going to be a hold called on Goddard. 2 flags back outside the hash, the near hash. This is so far away from the play. It was a toss play to the opposite side of the field. And I don't know, their big offensive lineman, Larry Luna, we've already mentioned on defense. I don't know if he just took down, I think, Lujan. But I was looking at the ball, and that was way away from where the action was. Usually officials don't call that unless it's, just super egregious, if it's really not a part of the action of the play.
Lady Tiger Soccer is also in action on Tuesday, 5 and 7. Varsity is at 7. Ryan Steinhoff Soccer Complex.
So it'll be back to the 14-yard line. And a 2nd down and long. Goddard will need the 30 for a first. They'll go to their spread formation, trips the top side, 1 to the bottom. And Aragon will take the snap, keep it, and to the 15. Still on his feet to the 20, to the 30, and into the open field to the 50. Giving chase is Mendoza, and Aragon is going to go the distance. Another long touchdown run. And the Rockets are going to take it all the way to the house, 86 yards on the touchdown run. Boy, that spread look for Goddard has given Alamogordo nothing but fits tonight. And the Rockets with another huge run.
We want to wish them the best of luck. They have band competition. Hope you guys bring home the blues. Once again, Lady Tiger Soccer in action at home. Ryder Steinhoff Soccer Complex, last home game of the year for the ladies. Staying on the Spruces High Tuesday night, 5 and 7.
So an extra point coming up. Goddard up 40-10 now. 11:36 to go, fourth quarter.
On Tuesday night.
And Goddard going to go for 2. And some trouble in the backfield, and it's on the ground. And so Goddard trying to catch up on the points. Does not convert, and it'll be 40-10 now. It is 11:36 to go, fourth quarter. Goddard still in control, and we'll be right back.
Tularosa Basin Telephone Company is famous for keeping you connected. They promise to deliver fast speeds, provide a reliable network, and do it all with a smile. Their customer service team is on top of every call with the answers you need. In fact, they believe their customers are the most important part of their business. Give Tularosa Basin Telephone Company a call at 585-2700 for the internet experience you've been waiting for.
If you and your family are looking for a new home, you don't have to look far for a home mortgage. As a community bank, we not only have great rates, we offer you friendly financial service right here in the neighborhood. There are a lot of options in real estate lending. We're here to see that you get a loan you can live with. Talk to us about your home mortgage. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank, member FDIC. When you grow, we grow.
.36 to go in the final frame as the kick is going to go out of bounds, and the Tigers will start at their own 35 to begin the next drive. 11:36 to go, fourth quarter. Tigers trailing 40-10. Another long touchdown run for Robert Aragon. Had one right before the half, and he had 115 yards at the half. He's up over 200 now after that long run there. Pretty darn impressive. We knew that he was going to be more of a threat on the run side. He's thrown the ball well tonight. He's done a little bit of everything. Tigers come out in their spread look. Trips the top side, 1 to the bottom. Viescas will hand it off to Audette. Audette straight up the middle. And not a ton there as he'll get rolled up across the 35, and he gets the 37. So it's a 2-yard gain. Audette will come out. Hayes will come back in for a 2nd down and 8 play for the Tigers. Alamo doing some personnel subs here. I think the Tigers have too many on the field. Okay, they brought Jarman Williams. Looked like he was going to come on the field, but he walks back to the sideline. Clock under 10 on the play clock. The Tigers can get this off in time. They are not quite lined up. Let's see. Well, they let him get it off. Looked like they got to 0, but Viescas going to throw, and boy, what a nice grab by Mendoza. He probably saved an interception across to the 50 to the 45, and Julio Mendoza got in the air, and from my perspective, I thought that one was going to be overthrown, and ends up going for a 1st down onto the Goddard side of the field as Viescas picks up 18 on the throw, or I should say Mendoza picks up 18. 2nd catch of the night for Julio. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Viescas hands it off on the draw. Hayes straight up the middle. Hayes to the 40. Hayes still fighting, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds. Shy of the 1st down marker. He's going to get to, it looks like, 7. Second and 3 for Alamogordo. Ball at the Goddard 38. Clock continues to roll along. Well, actually, clock stops here at 10:27 to go as that play goes out of bounds. Tigers will go to 2 wide receivers now. Lead back to the right. Viescas takes it, hands it off to Hayes. Hayes straight ahead. Hayes has got the 1st down across the 35 to the 33. Tigers still getting a good push on that offensive line. Going to be a 5-yard gain.
Number 17, Fernando Rubio with the stop for the Rockets. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 33.
First and 10 for Alamogordo. They'll bring the wide receivers to the bottom side, ball closer to the far hash. Hayes will shift to the right of Viescas, and an offsides on Goddard as one of the linebackers jumped offsides from the edge. And a 5-yard penalty will make it a 1st down and 5 for the Tigers at the Goddard 28-yard line. Bedgood and Mendoza are receivers to the bottom side. And it looks like Yelton is the lead back for the Tigers. Shout out to this offensive line, who I feel like has played pretty darn well tonight. They've controlled the line of scrimmage for the most part, and the Tigers have moved the ball well offensively. It's just been at the end of drives being able to make the good plays. Handoff goes to Hayes. Hayes, not much here, but he'll get positive yardage, get to the 25-yard line. So he'll pick up about 3, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 2. But guys like Shane Sargent and Isaac Duarte, Connor Brown, Jackson Couch. And I know I'm missing one man in there. I think Nicholas Codgen is the one young man I didn't name, but they've really done a nice job up front tonight for the Tigers. Handoff. And Hayes is going to be tripped up in the backfield, sneaking through, and knocking him to the ground is Timothy Burrell. And no gain. So it'll be a 3rd down and 2 now for Alamo at the Goddard 25-yard line. Under 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Goddard's in front 40-10. The snap. Hayes will get the handoff again. Hayes spins away. And, boy, didn't get a very good spot there. I thought he spun to the 28-yard line. The far line judge says, no, he only got to the 29. Or 24, I should say. I thought he got to the 23. And 4th down and 1 now for Alamogordo. Tigers sticking with this big set. They've had 2nd down and 2, 3rd down and 2, now 4th down and 1. Tigers have had a turnover on downs in this part of the field already tonight. A quick hard count, and then a look back to the sideline. 9 seconds, and I think Coach Cisco is going to call a timeout. So a timeout, and the Tigers are going to talk it over on a 4th down and 1 with 7:51 to go. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to Tiger Football.
Are you looking for letter jackets? Need trophies, plaques, or awards? It's all at the Winner's Circle. Personalize your student's letter jacket with stitching or embroidery. Get customized engraving on your trophies, plaques, and awards. Whether it's for your business, team sales, special events, or personal use. Have you seen our in-store remodel? Stop by and visit us today at 1201 10th Street in Alamogordo.
Come see us at the Winner's Circle, Outfitters of Champions. Go Tigers!
ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Tigers are going to go for it, looks like, on a 4th down and 1. They got 1st and 5, then 2nd and 2, then 3rd and 2, now 4th and 1. Can they pick up this 1 yard? 7:51 remaining. I kind of would like to see a throw here because everybody's expecting Alamogordo to run the football here. Let's get crazy. Now they give it to Hayes, and Hayes has got it, and Hayes just about broke it towards the end zone, but he's going to get the 1st down. I don't see any penalty flags, and the Tigers will get the 1st down. It's a 13-yard gain, 1 man to beat, and he made the stop. So you don't listen to me. I'm not a good play caller. Coach Cisco made the right decision there. All right, 1st and 10 for Alamogordo. They can get a 1st down without a touchdown. They're at the Goddard 11-yard line, 7:36 remaining here in the game. As Mendoza's down to the bottom side. And the handoff will go to Hayes. Hayes stops and then cuts and makes a move to the outside. He's going to get brought down after about a yard gain. And it'll be 2nd down and 9 from the Goddard 10. You know, he's not going to have quite the load he had last week, but I think he's closing in on 25 carries. We've got whistles, and not sure what happened there. I think that was the officials. Okay. 21 carries for Sean by my count tonight, which can always be a little bit of a sketchy count. Viescas out of the shotgun. He's going to throw. Looking, now scrambling, and now just trying to hold on to the football. Now it's going to be back at the 15-yard line. And we've got a Goddard player putting his hands up like, what did I do? And one of his players pulling him back. There was some type of discussion going on there, so something happened after the play that either Alamogordo wasn't happy with, or I'm not sure. Hasn't been a whole lot of chippiness or anything tonight. Tigers are going to run a player off late. I think they're going to get a penalty flag there. Yeah, they're going to get a penalty flag. They lined up with 12.
Flag on the play.
So an illegal substitution on Alamogordo. And take it back another 5 yards. Well, this went from a 1st and goal from the 11 to now a 1st and 10 from the 11 to a 3rd and 20. Back at the 21. The snap, and Viescas looking to throw. Tosses it towards the end zone, and a penalty flag. Bedgood was trying to come back and make the play. One of those cases where the ball gets underthrown. Bedgood was probably about 2 yards into the end zone, and the ball landed at the goal line. And so he's trying to come back to it, and the Goddard players are in the way. It's not going to be enough for a 1st down, but it's going to make it a 3rd down and manageable here for the Tigers. Instead of a 3rd and 21, they'll get it all the way. I don't know if this will be half the distance to the goal, if they're giving them the full 15. Let's see how much they mark it off. I would imagine that's the discussion here. That is it half the distance or is it 15? I think it'd be half the distance from the spot, but And no, they're going to give him the full 15. Are they? No, it's got to be half the distance. Okay, they're backing it up now. That's the right call. So half the distance to the goal puts them down to about the 11. So again, third and manageable now. It's at least about third and 10. 2 wide receivers to the bottom for Alamogordo. Again, we're in the fourth quarter. Goddard leading 40-10. And we're under 6 minutes to go in the game. Faking the handoff, and Vieska's going to throw. Now he's scrambling. Now he's going to be sacked for the second time on this drive. And trying to roll to the outside and find some room, but Goddard swallowing him up for the second time. This one's about a 3-yard loss, and I'm waiting to see what the Tigers decide to do here, whether it's going to be. Yeah, I like the let's try to go to the end zone here in this spot. You're down by 30. You know you got a good field goal kicker, but they'll spread it out, 4 wide receivers, and you need 6. Can they get it from 12 yards out? Viescas stands in the pocket and throws, and boy, looked like the Alamogordo player was being held. And he's going to get, the Tigers are going to get a penalty flag on that. I understand Julio's frustration, but obviously you can't let yourself boil over on that. And so it's going to be a dead ball personal foul on Alamogordo because Mendoza was yelling. I mean, definitely, Julio tried to cut to the inside of the defender, and he had a hold of him. And let's be fair. I mean, this is a game that's Goddard's going to win this game, but you can understand the frustration for Alamogordo. And so it'll take the ball out to the 28-yard line. And I know the Tiger fans are upset. They're booing. And here comes a handoff. Downs. Penalty flag going to be thrown. And Downs is going to get some big yardage. But it looks like a hold probably going to be on Goddard. I really don't think if the officiating has been bad tonight, and it was borderline certainly on the Mendoza thing. We definitely don't like to hear boos. You know, one of the big things that's been really important for is trying to show a little bit more respect for the officials, and I know that's a part of the game is, you know, getting on the officials, but you're going to get some bad calls every now and then. That was just unfortunate for Alamogordo. It happened on a 4th down and long. And we do see some fans starting to head towards the exits. And there's actually another penalty flag further up the field here at the 48. I don't know if they've caught that yet. Holding again. So Tigers, of course, will take the holding penalty that's back at the 27-yard line. And I think Coach Cisco is making sure that they got the right, that they declined the right penalty, not the one that is up here at the 48-yard line. And I think there's going to be a timeout called here by Goddard. So there's just been all kinds of discombobulation here, especially after the personal foul penalty, which, again, judging by Julio's reaction, I'm betting it was more of something that was said. Probably had some language involved in it, would be my guess. Maybe not. It may just been, you know, why didn't you throw a penalty flag there? But, again, you get into the heat of the game, it's easy to get worked up over what's going on out there, but we also got to remember all the, I know nobody wants to hear that, but the compete with class stuff is, I think, very, very important from the fans in the stands, the players, the coaches, everybody. And I think especially, and by the way, I don't think the fans by any means have been out of line tonight. I mean, you boo one or two calls. I mean, that's not that big of a deal. But the importance obviously is got to remember those are people out there too. I think sometimes we forget that in some of these games. All right, Goddard's back on the field, a first down and long. They got to get to the 38, and they're backed up inside their own 10 here. Here's a handoff, and it's Lee, and Lee's got some blockers in front of him. Lee's going to get some good yardage on first down, bring it out near the 20. And then another penalty flag comes in late, and we've got an Alamogordo player and a Goddard player kind of getting into it. Like Jarman Williams was one of them, and number 75, Anthony Ponto. And so dead ball, personal foul on Alamogordo, dead ball, personal foul on Goddard. So they'll just offset. That's dead ball, so that'll be after the play. They do get to the 11 yards on the run, does Goddard. Getting a little chippy out there, that's for sure. And it's second down. Ball at the Goddard 20-yard line. And again, 4:33 to go in the fourth quarter. Goddard's going to win this football game. They're up 40-10. One wide receiver splitting out to the far side. The wishbone look. Toss play. Lee. He's going to bring it back to the near side. The toss play was to the left. And Lee at the 30 breaks the tackle. Lee is going to get knocked out of bounds.
Number 27, Lee with the carry for the Rockets.
And Lee will get the first down across the 40-yard line. Let's see where they mark him out at. It will be the 42. So he picks up 22 on the first down. And a 1st and 10 for Goddard. And the handoff to Lee. Lee jumps over one defender and is brought down. He's going to pick up a couple yards, another penalty flag, and they're going to call a chop on Alamogordo this time. And that'll mark it off the other direction. I want to say we've had like 7 or 8 penalties on this drive alone. It has been a lot of yellow flags out there. So 10 yards. And it'll put it at the Alamogordo 48-yard line now. And here's the handoff, and I believe Downs this time, putting his shoulder into it. Like Max Merrill was the man who met him at the point of contact. And they'll get to the 46-yard line, gain of a couple. As we roll under 3 minutes to go. So the Tigers will be on the road the next couple of weeks. We'll be at the Wool Bowl next Friday night as Alamogordo takes on Roswell, which will get you an update what happened between Roswell and Artesia. And, of course, Alamogordo will be at the Bulldog Bowl coming up the final week of the season. Here is the toss play. Lee to the 45. Lee, again, gets a big head start and hits the pile across the 40. And he's going to get the first down across the 38. He'll pick up all the way down to the 37-yard line, so it's a gain of 13. 1st and 10 now for Goddard, and the ball will be at the Alamogordo 37-yard line. Clock rolling with about 2 minutes to go here in the ball game, and Goddard's going to bring Lee out of the game. Yeah, if I'm Goddard, I'd probably take some of my starters out of this rotation here, and we've got I think maybe 12 out there for Goddard, a legal substitution. Yeah, it's too many players for Goddard. and take it back another 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Rockets. And the clock stops with 2:02 remaining in this game. The Tigers will drop to 2-6 on the season. No, 2-5, I'm sorry. And Goddard improves to 7-1 with the victory. Now Rockets are ready to go. The White Hats actually talking to Coach Cisco. Man in motion from right to left. Snap, and direct snap goes to the new running back in there is James Torres, the sophomore. He looks like he's not going to get any gain on the play. I take that Torres had that big gainer in the first half. So that is not his first carry of the night. And it'll be 2nd and 15. About to run under a minute to go in the game. And actually bring out the quarterback, Aragon now, does Goddard. And they may just take a knee here. Doesn't look like Alamogordo is going to call timeouts. And they do bring a man in motion from right to left. Now they'll run it. And straight up the middle. And no gain, maybe a gain of half a yard for Elijah Quiros. And unfortunately, we got an Alamogordo player that's hurt on this play. That's Jarman Williams, maybe. Looking around on the defense and on the sideline, don't see him. So the clock stops with 41 seconds remaining. And David Maldonado, the Tigers athletic trainer, and 2 of his student athletic trainers. And check that back, it is not Jarman. It's number 75, Daniel Collazo. That was on the ground, and he looks like he's going to get back up on his feet and appears to be okay. So maybe he just took a bad roll up there in the pile, or who knows. So the Rockets trying to run this one out. Alamogordo is not calling any timeouts, and the clock rolls with 40 seconds. So they'll run one more play, and I would assume that will do it for tonight's matchup. As the Rockets will come in and really on the strength of the first half, they're going to win this football game. Tigers played them pretty tough in the second half, but just was not enough. It was too big of a hole to climb out of for the Tigers, unfortunately. So that takes to 4th down and about 10 seconds left, and Goddard's going to come away with the win. And it'll make the fans that have made the trip over from Roswell very happy as we hear them cheering from the far side. But unfortunately for the Alamogordo Tigers, they dropped to 2-5. Goddard improves to 6-1, and 0-1 in district for the Tigers, 1-0 in district for the Goddard Rockets. The handshake line going on at midfield. And 2 more games left in the season. The final time we'll see the Tigers here at Tiger Stadium in 2019. Let's take a commercial break. We'll get you some stats. We'll get you some scores from around the state of New Mexico and more. Again, your final score is Goddard 40, Alamogordo 10. You're listening to Tiger Football.
Whether you bath in the bathtub or bath in the sink, soft water's the water your skin wants to drink. See, when you're washing in hard water, skin can dry out more. Soft Culligan water's what your skin's crying out for. A Culligan water softener helps take out the hard stuff, like calcium, magnesium, and other stuff that can make skin rough. Because your skin is important, whether you're a baby or bald. That's why we say get a Culligan water softener installed.
Softener starting at $7.95 plus tax installed on pre-plumbed homes. Shaw Quality Water Culligan. Call 437-6500.
Otero Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor Alamogordo Tiger Football 2019. Everyone at OFCU is pulling for Coach A.J. Cisco and the Tigers to have an outstanding season. The OFCU staff is ready to help you with all your banking needs. Loans, credit cards, checking, online banking, and so much more. All available for you at Otero Federal Credit Union. 3 branches in Otero County. Call 434-8500. Go Tigers!
The fall fairground sale is over, but Vision Ford's bringing the after party, and it's BYOB. Bring your old beater and trade it in for a sweet deal on a smoking hot ride. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on the 2019 Ford F-150 and get up to $8,500 cash back. The 2019 Ford Fusion has $2,000 cash back or 0% financing for up to 60 months with $1,000 cash back. The all-new Ford Ranger's on the lot, and you can get up to $1,000 cash back or 0% for up to 60 months with $500 cash back. Check out the 2019 Ford Edge. Up to $4,500 cash back or 0% for 60 months with $3,750 cash back. Or the Ford Escape. Up to $4,250 cash back or 0% for 60 months. Plus, browse their selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Don't forget, Vision Ford offers a $500 military discount. Vision Ford, 1500 South White Sands. VisionFordLincoln.com. Financing on approved credit. See dealer for details.
If you find yourself frustrated because your internet is slow, then you need to call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company. They have the speed, the reliability, and the customer service to turn your frustration into smiles. Now, doesn't that sound like a better plan? Call Tularosa Basin Telephone Company at 585-2700 and get connected today.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7. Welcome back. It's Goddard 40, Alamogordo 10. And the Rockets get to 1-0 in district, 7-1 overall in the season. Alamogordo drops to 2-5 and 0-1 in district. And I thought it was a sequence of drives in the third quarter that was the difference in the game. I think it was Alamogordo down 14-0 and driving into Goddard territory. They turn it over on downs, and Goddard actually knows it was a fumble, and then Goddard takes down the field and makes it 21-0. The Tigers again get it into Goddard territory. They get the field goal. It's 21-3, and there's 20 seconds left in the second half, and Goddard runs 3 run plays and get it in the end zone, and it's 28-3. And to me, that was the game right there for the most part. Second half, it played about even. I think Goddard outscored Alamo 12-7. So I mean, Tigers had their opportunities. A turnover on downs deep in Goddard territory, a fumble. They did get a field goal. They had another turnover on downs deep in Goddard territory. They moved the football all night long. Hayes had 120 yards rushing on the night. Audette, he's going to end up around 25 or 30. They threw the football well tonight. Viescas had a touchdown pass to Julio Mendoza. Alamo did some good things. The defense, another part of the game is I think Alamo was down. Yeah, they're down 14-0. Got the defensive stop. That's when the drive went down to the other side, and it's the Tigers are. It feels like they're close, but it's finishing off drives. It's getting off the field on 3rd and 4th down, not letting Goddard score there at the end of the half. That one was a tough one. And, not giving up the gashes they gave up tonight, 50-yard runs, 60-yard runs, 80-yard runs. You're not going to win a whole lot of football games when you give up those kind of plays. So, again, I think if you're a Tiger fan, you can see it that they're getting there, but unfortunately we're running out of games here at the end of the season, and we'll see what happens in these final 2. I think obviously Roswell is a special team. They're playing really well this year. Artesia's Artesia. They're going to be a tough challenge, especially in their place, and there's definitely the aura part of going in there and trying to get a win is not particularly easy. So try to look for a final score on that Roswell and Artesia game here and let you guys know who came away with the win there. But we'll run through some of the scores. Let's see. Roswell was up 41-21 about 30 minutes ago, and that was still 3:44 to go in the third quarter. So it would appear Roswell is going to come away with the win against Artesia tonight. So unfortunate for Alamogordo. I think they had their chances. Probably at the end of the night, I think Goddard comes out with the win. but I do think it's a much closer football game. And, the screws tighten a little bit sometimes when, it's a one-possession game and the chances maybe the other team making a mistake here and there, you have just a little bit more comfort level when you've got that 2, 3, 4 score lead. And, the Tigers just haven't been able to really, put on the pressure, I'm sure, the way that they would like to. But Hayes played well tonight. I thought Viescas, for the most part, played pretty well tonight. I was impressed with Michael Audette. I thought he ran the ball well. Julio Mendoza had a couple of really nice grabs tonight for the Tigers. Defensively, Max Merrill had another really good game. Called his name a lot. Can't say enough about that young man. He has had a really, really good season this year and just seems to be all over the field. Shane Sargent blocked an extra point tonight for the Tigers on special teams. Brett Money kicked a 40-yard field goal. I don't know if I mentioned that already. Had 3 touchbacks on the night. The funny thing about this game is, the Tigers scored 10 points. They only punted it twice. Figure that one. That's when you look at it and you go, what? So, oh well. All right, let's get you some scores from around the state. Taos 21-19. They beat St. Pius. Capital over Del Norte 20-13. I believe that's a final score. Volcano Vistas, boy, they're putting it to Cleveland 35-7. Kind of wondered if there was a dominant team in 6A this year. Volcano's definitely putting their stake to it right now as they'll stay undefeated, it looks like. That one's just about final. Kirtland Central 31-0 beating Aztec. Eunice 56-20 beats Hagerman or is beating Hagerman. They'll come away with the win there. Clovis beat El Dorado 55-21. Deming over Santa Teresa 22-8. Or for my friend Tim Brock, Santa T. I have no idea if he's listening. He's probably off officiating a game tonight. Lovington over Moriarty 56-14. Grants 53-0 over Espanola. 53-0 Tularosa got the win over Tucumcari tonight, so they get their first district win of the season. I think we anticipated that was probably gonna be the case tonight, but again, still got to go out there and play the football game. And let's see, Rio Rancho beat Atrisco Heritage 44-9. Centennial was having some trouble with Hobbs early in that game. They are up 62-20 now in the fourth quarter, so clearly not that big of an issue for them. Portales at the end of the third quarter was leading Ruidoso 26-7. That appears to be it. I don't think there's any other. Mayfield beat Gadsden 41-0. Dexter's beat Nimmi 28-12. That's a closer game than I thought. So maybe next week Tularosa Nimmi, that's going to be a little bit of a closer game. Or maybe Thule is just by far and away the best team in that district, and that's a legitimate possibility, I think, for the Wildcats. They're having just a wonderful season. Can't say enough about the job that Coach Grace has done out there and everybody involved with that Wildcats program. They're having a wonderful season. All right. Tiger sports over the weekend. Alamogordo volleyball tomorrow is senior day, noon start time for varsity. JV at 11, freshmen at 10. We've got Alamogordo cross country up in Rio Rancho. Cloudcroft is there as well. Cloudcroft volleyball is at home tomorrow as they host Mesilla Valley Christian. There is no soccer tomorrow. Both Alamogordo boys and girls are off on Saturday. They'll have their final 2 games of the season next week. The girls will have their final game on Tuesday. The boys will have their final home game on Saturday. And I don't think we missed out on anybody. Mescalero Apache volleyball is off this weekend, so is Tularosa volleyball. That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. It is Goddard 40, Alamogordo 10. Our final score tonight, and we'll be talking to you from the Wool Bowl coming up next Friday night. So long from Tiger Stadium. Thanks for listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7.
You're listening to ESPN Alamogordo 103.7, Southern New Mexico's sports leader, KNMZ Alamogordo.